Hello.
13, 14 spells.
Welcome.
Okay.
We're live now. Welcome.
Hello, Twitch.
Okay, wait, why is... Oh, I know why Britsha's not working, because last time we had it cropped down...
All right.
Hold on.
So you have to just, like, find the camera and, like, be like that.
There we go. Alright. There we go. Now I gotta get it cropped down correctly. So, look, I just put it on the grid. Now Britsha's the final boss.
Oh, I knew it! He was too powerful.
He's a traitor all along.
Yeah.
Britsha always looks so comfy.
Yeah, Britsha does look very comfy. So, alright. Hello, we're live. Sorry for the delay. Just had a couple things go wrong.
For the delay, I broke everything once again.
Yeah, you might just want to reboot, or I'll just hit OBS, roll 20, and see if it works.
I did that several times.
Yeah.
So.
It's actually insane. I showed up 20 minutes late and nothing.
Yeah.
Changed.
Wait, TSM was late.
Yeah, TSM was late, so.
Just kidding.
So.
It was
If you
reversed.
hate me, then kill me. Otherwise, shut the fuck up.
It was reversed.
So what happened last time? What happened last time?
We were ambushed in the night,
Yeah.
and we unambushed ourselves.
You did unambush yourselves.
I'm gonna
And
try
we
cast
did
all
have
my
to.
new
We had to
things.
kill the drakes.
Yeah, the white.
Well, we didn't
yeah.
have to, but we did.
They got.
That's
And we harvested one last little bit of poison from them because we wanted some.
now just shelf.
Yeah, he said shield.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much it. It was a bunch
Yeah,
of
that
imps.
was the session.
Yeah, a bunch of imps and spine
That
devils.
took the entire time to.
Yeah, a bunch of imps and spine devils basically just ambushed you guys, and you fought them off. So
We did level up as well.
yeah, that's
We
true.
did.
Yeah.
Just part of why everything broke.
So I just realized there's one among us that has wings, like angel wings.
Oh, that's new. Yeah.
No, those are devil wings.
Oh, I
They're
guess it's a
rather
imp.
fiendish
Yeah.
wings.
Okay, I gotcha.
They're too curvy for that, though.
Yeah.
That was my bad.
No, that's good. So, but yeah, so we ended the session with one last thing, which was that there was a one of your like people on your castle was in a drunken munchies eating rage moment, and as a result missed the majority of the attack, but did manage to capture an imp that was trying to sneak around. So you have a captive imp.
What? We decided we were gonna put them in a little bird cage, right?
Yeah, and have people watching it.
Yep.
It's one of those things where, like, an imp can probably escape from a cage, but what you can do, you just take some of that silver powder that you guys got, and you just sprinkle that, like,
Yeah.
around the bars.
Oh, that's evil.
Because it's, like, I mean, it won't hurt it unless it touches the bars, but yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, it won't be able to escape then. Silver is, the despised metal of fiends, right, so.
Well, let us do that. And then I suppose see to rebuilding the parts of the castle that were damaged.
Yeah.
Well, I know you mentioned at least parts of it were.
There wasn't really much, like, structural damage, except for where the wyverns were.
Fell. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, but I'm assuming you guys would also then like finish your rest at some point. This was the middle of the night when this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would try to finish a long rest.
Yeah, so you're not gonna get bothered again. So you would have double or triple watch during the night. But nothing else
Are
would
we
happen.
long resting?
Yeah. Exactly. You
Needs.
are long rested.
And I get all my. So I have 4 inspirations now. Do I get them all back?
You get your
only get, like,
bardic
one back. How does
inspirations.
it-
Not your.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
No, I didn't win in Trackmania, so I don't get 2 inspirations.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, because I won Trackmania, you actually lose your level. You just get that. Just kidding.
You're actually level 8
I just
now.
spent a half an hour hitting Charactermancer. I
just
am level 10.
messing.
No.
Oh man, I think I did a one shot once where I just like, if people did something I thought was funny, I was like, yeah, just level up right now in the middle of the combat. and then if they did
really
something that
funny,
wasn't
just
cool,
level
I'd be like, no, you got to take that level away.
Dude,
That's
I
funny.
played a lot of Final Fantasy 11, the MMO.
Uh-huh.
You could level down in that game. Like you
Yeah.
got killed, you lost experience. You could drop down a level, and it was actual. hell.
There's a monster in D&D that I think in current edition it only really takes away HP, but in older editions it's the Shadow Dragon. The Shadow Dragon, as well as some other monsters, they used to, nowadays they just do life drain where they suck away HP or like maybe I think temporarily reduce your max HP.
A little more balanced.
But they used to take away your XP. They would de-level you.
That is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it.
It would be
That's
really
cool.
bad because you would just like your character would become worse the further the combat went on. So
That's okay. That's kind of good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, you guys have the you have your captive, which I'm assuming you want to try and interrogate or whatever at eventually try to get something out of, and otherwise you're able to sleep through the night feeling stronger when you wake up.
Talvo is not going to engage in this interrogation.
Okay.
He's seen the hell that happens. He's gonna go work the crowd and just hand out some gold stars and just
So,
try to like bring morale back. We did lose some people last time.
now, before this, so I have to pick one more spell, but I want to integrate it into like the lore here.
Okay.
So this is out of character, swapping a spell that I both have for Bard. So all of my non-Bard stuff is done. So for our plan with Zilks, I can do one of two funny things, and I was thinking about this. The one funny thing is teleportation circle. It allows me to basically I'll draw like a circle, and we can teleport to anywhere if I have it read right. So it's.
Things you
Like
get
we
to
can teleport into
There's-
Zilk's
there are
place, I
conditions.
think.
no. So
Well,
you
you've never been there.
Wait,
and
no, I
there's
had it
portal there.
backwards.
yeah you can
Just
teleport
roll
out of
somewhere?
there.
Oh wait, okay, I remember the plan.
You were gonna
Have a
learn a
scroll
couple of the scroll of teleport. That could do that.
Yes. So I have a scroll of teleport.
Assuming
So
you
we can
know
use
where his lair is in the.
That's the problem. We have to be certain of where his lair is, and we could just into it.
I will say,
Pop in, pop out.
look at it. So
Yeah.
teleportation circle. If you learn that, you would learn like a way to get. You would learn a circle in Krubak City, so you could easily get out of Krubak or out of there to Krubak City. However, look at the casting time of teleportation
It's a
circle.
full minute, so that's why it's a
Yeah.
funny.
It's a full minute to
that-
cast. So if your escape
funny
plan
as
takes a minute, that
everything.
means you have to last 10 rounds of combat against whatever's in there.
Well, that's the idea.
Every
Once
every
we get
every combat, Helios, I'm gonna do a funny. Oh, why do I keep dying? Why am I always dying?
Hey, I'm not the funny. I'm trying to survive, and I just get like 60 HP taken away in one turn.
Well, maybe you
Once
should have
we
thought
get
about
his
that.
hat, that's why I have a shield now. Get his hat, and then we teleport just back to Kerbok City, and then we teleport the castle with us. So we just like all the way across back home.
Yeah, because the castle can teleport.
And then this is
Although,
after Zilk's
actually,
house.
one thing though,
So-
sorry, I didn't. You do have to be in the castle with the command crystal to be able to
That
teleport.
changes everything, and would have been good to know before the entire week of planning.
Yeah, I mean, you can actually, you can just give it to someone else temporarily.
I mean,
Like,
you have to attune to it though.
yeah, like the shaman
Yeah.
could do it though.
True.
It's just he might not be as good of a pilot as you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there goes that plan. Alright, so the other one was I could learn planar binding. This is another funny that's kind of rough. But we could avoid the entire fight with Zilks. The problem is we need to have him trapped for an entire hour. It's a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I could also banish him, and then we only have to do it for a minute. You just have to keep
How does
the
that work?
enemies away from me. Well, if I cast banishment on him and he fails his save, I mean, he doesn't have the willpower to stay in this realm. then he gets banished to a demi-plane because I guess he can't go back to hell because it's cut off because the gods are messing around or something.
Yeah.
But he gets banished to somewhere, and then if you guys make it so that I can concentrate on that spell for 10 rounds of combat without being interrupted, he disappears into that plane permanently. Or at least until he can, you know, shift back here somehow.
It's a minute long, right?
Yeah, a minute.
Good teleportation circle.
Yeah, so
You could banish him, get his hat, we teleport out, he comes back.
Yeah, and it's not like I have to sit there casting it like, you know, humming and
You just have
going,
to focus. I
just have to concentrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be up to Talvo and Bree to, like, not let us get hit.
That's not my prerogative. I myself
What,
don't
you
get
want
hit
your
and
hat?
stab shit. Beyond that, you're kind of like on your own, buddy. I picked
Because
you
if
up
we
last
managed to
combat.
get the hat, we'd still have to escape and he'd come back.
Yeah.
Or we could just teleport scroll out of there and don't have to worry about swapping the swap. with me.
Here's
Well, we
my
do
deal.
want to, you know, take the stuff that he has, right? The hat, we kind of need the hat. That's why we're here.
Say we get the hat and then we just poof out of there.
Well, but
So
he's
we have to
probably
either fight our
wearing
way
the
in
hat.
or out. Yeah.
What if we just flooded the Dwarven Keep?
That would be a lot of holy water.
Yeah. You bless the
Possible.
water.
But I don't think it's within the realm of logistical possibility, given that we're already here. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Just an idea.
And never mind those two options. I'll find a different one.
I mean, it's possible. It's just it would be very difficult.
Yeah.
Well, I know I have a bag of holding. Who else has one?
Just incorrect buzzer on my stream. What the fuck?
I don't know. I do not.
I thought we
Hey,
had a
Big
second
King, what the hell? What are you doing there?
Hey Panaha, how does poetry have so many Peggle world records?
Because I left.
I left the regretting leaving
Bro,
this
I was
out.
watching poetry, what the fuck?
I didn't do it. I didn't do anything.
Anyway,
So, okay, but out of those options... Oh yeah, okay, I guess... Teleportation's probably our best bet. Because we don't want to get everyone killed for a helmet that we're the only ones who are going to use it. So...
scroll of teleport just uses teleport.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just casts the teleport spell, so...
See, what... Is that a...
I
there's a
think
chance that he won't be able to do it, right? Because teleport's a 7th level spell.
There is also a chance it just doesn't work.
That's interesting.
Hey, okay, well, what's your charisma? You're 20?
18.
18? Okay. So, let's do a test roll. If you
Oh, God.
roll a d20 plus 4. Just a flat charisma roll, actually.
Wait,
Hey! Oh,
20
okay,
plus
well,
4
Talvo
charisma.
would have done it, but Talvo can't cast spells, so that's not helpful.
Yeah.
Alright, you would have failed, so this... the DC, since it is a 7th level spell, I think the DC is 17 to be able to cast it. It's either 17 or 15. I don't remember if it's 8 or 10 as the base. I think it's 10. Casting a spell scroll. Let's look at this. Okay. Spell scroll. If the spell is on your class's spell list, but of a higher level than you could normally cast, which it is, you must make an ability check using your spellcasting ability to determine whether you cast it successfully or not. The DC is equal to 10 plus the spell level. So,
Which is just insane.
The good thing is if you're-
take
if-
into account.
if you're trying
Go
to
ahead.
use this offensively, though, like the only downside if it failed is just it wouldn't work, and you'd have to come up with a
so I
different
could
one.
just do it again if needed.
No,
No, it
the
disappears.
the spell
Oh,
crumbles to dust if you fail. Like basically, you would use the magic power in it, but it would just fizzle out. So
Okay. Well, the good news is that as long as it works, I can be on target no matter what the roll is. I just need to bring something from the castle with me.
Oh, you're trying to say like to use it to get back. I thought you were saying to go in.
But yeah, I don't know if you want to use it to go in. I don't think that's the smartest idea. Once we get the hat, we're just gonna out of there.
I'm assuming
We're gonna have to fight our way in or out.
In character.
So
This would be probably the next morning when you're like in a war room discussing things,
we're
right?
sitting here like yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you're like, your allies are probably in here with you. Shot, the Boarman shaman, would actually tell you. You would like kind of butt in here, and he's like, if you're planning on using teleportation magics, I know that the familiarity of your target location is one factor of such things. Which is actually true. So the...
and we have a description of it, which is not great.
Yeah, so you have a description right now. But he would tell you, he's like... Shot would tell you, he's like, I could potentially, with some preparation, cast a spell that would allow for you to see the place as if you were there before you actually go in.
I was gonna suggest that, like, maybe Bree's mice, or maybe she like shapeshifts
Flies
also
around.
into a mouse, and then they all just
The only thing is
Scout
that wouldn't help Helios, the one who needs to cast the spell, see it. Actually, wait, can Druids cast teleport? They actually probably can. Hold on.
I don't think so.
well, no, but like,
Let's see.
can't they show them stuff like telepathically?
No, they can't show. No,
No, well,
no.
Oh,
The
dumb idea.
rats are just normal rats, right, Britsha?
yeah,
Not normal, they
Yeah.
exactly.
They're not like
Yeah, but
special
can't Helios-
companions.
but can't Helios speak rat?
Yeah, but that would still just be a
Well,
description.
the rat, but they
That would
can
just
talk
be a
back to
different type of
Yeah.
description of what he's seeing. Like they can't like they can't like telepathically link themselves to Helios. And
Wait, there's a spell for that.
there is
Isn't
a
there?
Crying.
so scrying is the other one that that Shot was suggesting, which is one where you are able to create an invisible sensor that you can see through. And that is on both Bard and Cleric and Druid spell list, by the way, scrying is. The problem is you need a focus worth at least 1,000 gold pieces. Like a crystal ball, basically.
Swim mirror or a font filled with holy water.
Yeah. You don't have that
Yep.
much holy water.
We have broken holy water,
Huh, wait.
right? Or whatever the fuck. What's the?
It's only a minute.
We have. There's probably a mirror in the castle, right? We have silver powder. Can we make a silver mirror?
You
I don't know how
didn't,
you do it.
you didn't buy 1,000
For the-
gold pieces worth of it, though.
We have 1,000 gold.
That would take all of the silver that you basically brought, and then you wouldn't have any left for the
Never mind.
attack. You could, I mean, well, actually, wait, hold on. I'm remembering something now. Wasn't your plan this session, wasn't Duncan wanting to get diamonds from, like, a nearby dwarven settlement anyways?
Oh, yes, I would leave shortly after this meeting for that.
Okay. So you could, like, try to see if they have a crystal ball floating around, or silver if not.
But
Yeah. Sure. Also, yeah, well, no, never mind.
Is it just gonna be Adau going? Like,
It's unless someone else wants to go with me, it'll just be me.
yeah, because it does. So
I'll come with.
I'd be staying back to learn stuff.
okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm talking the shot.
Would they maybe have like a potion of haste?
Probably
I
not.
mean, well, you're gonna find out. We haven't got that far yet. So the plan is, are you guys gonna head out towards like the nearest dwarven settlement? You probably passed over some on the way here, right? Like,
Yeah.
so you know, there's like a little mining town on the way back, and like realistically, they're probably not gonna have any potions except maybe like a minor healing potion. That's about it. It's just a dwarven settlement. They probably don't even have like. They definitely don't have a wizard or anything there. It's just gonna be maybe an
No.
herbalist, right? So.
Well, I mean, even so, I'm still probably gonna go like pick up some booze for the boys.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to keep morale up.
All right, sounds good. All right, yeah. So, okay, well, as far as wrapping up this meeting, was there anything else
I probably should. So we'll have a one-way teleport. So here's the we're gonna have a one-way teleport. Either we do this scrying thing and go in, we have to fight our way out, or we fight our way in, get the hat, jump back in. I think that's the safer the option. I don't think learning teleport circle is worth it. A little too. It'd be really funny, but it'd be a little too risky. You can go with the banishment plan, grab the hat, leave.
I mean, I don't think they're going to expect us to just pop into existence in the middle of their place, though. So it might be better to jump in.
Also true, but then we're going to have to leave with the hat.
Yeah, but if we have the hat, we're way more powerful. I guess it'll. I mean, we'll probably have to attune to it, but hop in. We can hop in via one method, and then you can teleport circle us out. We have to go all the way to Kurbak City, though, right?
Yes, but then so someone else would then have to teleport the castle as well.
Shock could teleport the castle
Shock
to
can do that.
Kurbak City.
Can do it? Okay.
I mean, it might not be precise, but it doesn't matter because he knows the
Then
land.
we also run these very slight risk of the circle still being open for a full round.
So
Follows us through to Kurbak City.
I mean that's not a so moment. That's a concern. However, I think Kurbak and the Boarman can probably deal with that.
I like the teleport out option just in case combat goes bad.
South.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
that
thing.
way, like,
Teleport
if we-
circle, I have to sit there for a full minute and like work it out, and then we go all the way to Kurbak. If with the scroll to teleport, we're just
Well, you can set up the circle. How long does a circle last after you've set it up?
one round.
A round?
Yeah, so you basically have like one full round from the time he casts it until it would come around to his turn again, and everyone has a turn where they need to jump through the portal, basically.
Huh.
Which would allow anyone else
Okay.
to also do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say setting up
the
before.
teleport scroll has a chance of not working.
Yes.
But
True.
if it does work, we have a 100% chance of leaving. So it's not as risky to.
Well, but
there's
it's not.
there's a
That's
pro and
not a
con to both.
100% chance. It's like a 10% chance.
Oh, yeah,
'cause you have to get.
I have something with me, which is 100% familiarity.
For teleportation
I'm reading it
circle,
right.
yeah, it would.
Associated.
That-
Oh no, for just regular teleport.
Oh, for regular teleport? Well, again, but that's
That's the scroll thing,
yeah,
not your familiarity.
that's the one that casts instantly. That one doesn't have a minute waiting time.
Yeah.
And
And we could go back to the castle because
Yeah.
I'll have like something from it. It just
Yeah.
has to be cast, which is the problem.
I'm thinking like if we teleport in and the teleport's like so if you cast a teleport scroll to teleport us in and it fails, we're not in danger. We're just on the
Exactly. That's
castle.
the pro of doing it first.
Yeah, but if you do it in there and it doesn't work and we're fucked, then what are we gonna do? We don't like. We should think about that kind of thing now.
I will run away.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll run away.
Well,
Okay,
I'll run
so-
away. You'll be,
We're gonna feet.
It's like the classic
I'm gonna
dilemma.
make
You don't
the
have
circle.
you don't have to outrun a bear. You just have to outrun your friend.
True. That's the way we should be thinking.
Right. So we're gonna try to teleport in, teleportation circle out, shot teleports castle to Kurbak. Plan? That will definitely go wrong, but at least
Don't say that. This is gonna go swimmingly.
and nothing could go.
Yes. Also, I'm gonna take some. What am I gonna do? I'm going to take some water from the fountain and put it into like a jug, and then before we go anywhere, I would like to see if I can bless it.
Okay, with the bless spell.
Well, no, that's that targets creatures.
Yeah.
Can I not? And it requires holy water. Are clerics able to create holy water?
Yeah, here we go. I found it. Yeah, because there's a way to do that. That's not to use it. A cleric or paladin may create holy water by performing a special ritual. The ritual takes 1 hour to perform, uses 25 gold pieces worth of powdered silver, and requires you to expend a first level spell slot.
That's okay. How much does that create?
It creates 1 flask.
Flask?
Like it's an actual thing in the DMG. If you just look up holy water, it is just it has like an actual mechanical thing, and you could use it as an improvised weapon against fiends or undead. So that's cool.
For teleportation circle, is it going to assume that I have rare chalks and inks infused with precious gems worth 50 gold pieces? The shot can teach it to me, or no?
Yeah, Shot could.
That
Yeah.
changes it.
No, Shot would have that sort of stuff. Yeah, because he is shaman stuff, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have them, and then it'll be used up.
Yeah, well, no, that one doesn't use it. You just have to have it once, and then.
Actually, okay. Now that I see that, I don't think it's worth it to do.
Okay, let's make sure that works. Okay. Now I have to think of which one to swap out for that. Because I have 15 right now.
While I'm thinking of it, I think I do want to give Adau the metal arm thing, the exoskeleton arm.
Okay.
Sure.
This is for strength checks, and that will never help me.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, let me add that to my stuff. And it's advantage on one attack and/or strength check.
Strength check, yeah.
Okay.
And if you fail, dislocate your arm.
Yes.
If you fail by enough.
Okay. I feel like Fairy Fire is not as useful as it sounds like it's cool. Didn't really help the one time I got to actually use it. He's knowing that, so that becomes useful.
It can be useful. Yeah, George, they can't. Teleportation circle is not something that they can, like, reasonably do now, but they can. But there are existing circles that, when you learn the spell, which it sounds like you're committing to now, Helios, right?
Yes.
When you learn the spell, you'll learn the circle in Kurbok City, and also one other place, which I don't know the other place is yet.
Yeah.
Wow,
But-
that DM.
You
Oh,
make it
wow.
up.
That's where I want to go, actually.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
That's where I was thinking, actually, that place specifically that you don't know yet.
Yeah, it would have to make somewhere that makes sense.
What about...
Which hotel you do?
what's the name of the town that they found me in?
Hold on.
Well,
Yeah, take me to the world map.
Yeah, I'll tell you to use the world map. Hold on.
Penne, I think.
Yeah, that's
Penne pasta. No, it's about Pune.
Yeah, Pune, that's it.
Yeah, it was like a trade hub. It would make sense if there would be a circle there.
But
Yeah,
is
that-
that the one that Helios is most familiar with?
It could be
Well, it
that.
doesn't matter. I don't have to be familiar with it.
It could be that TSM.
You teach me.
Yeah, TSM maybe had like found it when in like the, a crypt below the city and jotted down in his notes like the symbols, and then Helios, when he learns the spell, is like, oh hey, I know what this is, and that's how we explain him knowing that.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah. So we could say that you learned one for Kurbok and one for Pune.
Okay.
Um.
Oh dear.
So let me write this down. What's the plan? First off, you're gonna go get some resources, so you can maybe scry and maybe get some diamonds for Revivify and what was the plan beyond that?
Get some booze for the boys. For
Okay.
No,
But I mean like the plan as far as like
After
the
party.
yeah, so the diamonds they're for Revivify, but they're also for Glyph of Warding.
Okay.
Which I think, I mean, in this particular case, it might not be the best use because we're about to attack. We're not going to sit around much anymore, or maybe not. Who knows? But each casting of that spell costs 200 gold worth of powdered diamond to set up a glyph.
Mm-hmm.
So that was another reason. But yeah, after we get the resources, I think we're still working on that.
Okay. Alright, sounds good.
Teleport, banishment, teleport.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think it's just.
It's gonna be interesting.
I don't know. We should see if the worm is here first,
That's it.
Okay.
and when we get down, you can do the little dance and see if he shows up.
Alright, so you guys are gonna get ready to go out on a little day trip. It'll probably take the whole day, maybe a day and a half to reach the nearest settlement and then come back. But if you do, or when you do, when you're like getting ready to go, so is it just gonna be Talvo and Adau then?
Well, Helios is the one who knows the dance, so I guess he's gonna have to come down.
Well, yeah,
as
but like
well.
this would be before you guys were leaving.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
for the trip itself, I'm gonna be like back learning the shot and whatnot. I think lore-wise that makes sense.
And what about Bree? Is Bree want to go on this little day trip or not?
What's happening?
So they're gonna go get some materials from like a nearby mining settlement, dwarven mining settlement. Do you want to go with, or are you gonna help guard the castle?
I'll defend the castle.
Okay, sounds good. Splitting the party is always fun.
It's always the best idea.
Yeah, so yeah, when you guys are about to leave though, Helios will come down for a moment to just test out the whole worm dance thing. Helios, you get down to the ground, you do your dance, do a little performance check for me.
I was literally pulling it up as a joke. Anyway.
Ding that 20. Ding that 20, man.
It's pretty sick. It's a 19. Yeah, Helios, with his recent level up, Helios is even better at performing now. It's crazy.
Talvo's got the bardic inspiration over here. He's like, do your dance.
That is actually insane.
So yeah, I think in my last finished campaign I ran that ended a couple years ago, by the end, the bard in that group had special abilities that made it so like the lowest they could roll was like a 40 on performance.
Jeez.
You go.
Or maybe not. No, it wasn't the
max
lowest. It was like the highest. It was like a 45 actually, but the average was like a 40 because they had.
To max charisma.
That is just so dumb.
Yeah.
It's
So-
so high.
Anyways, so the
Just jealous.
so
Right, yeah.
your performance is flawless basically, but no worm.
Shit.
Damn.
It's if like the thing is like it doesn't matter how good your performance is, it isn't going to transcend the laws of physics. It's still going to carry a certain distance.
What if I have a very persuading dance?
No,
Didn't we? I thought we.
No.
No, we did something, but never mind.
You would know that the worm. It's possible the worm is still just on the way because it is a good distance.
Will we locate another big purple one?
I mean, you could try to locate
idea.
another purple worm. Does anyone have detect locate creature? Whatever.
I have locate creature. I do.
You can just start going on the list of big creatures.
Do it again.
I'm gonna
I'm
locate
up ready.
the nearest. Wait, it's gotta be within 1,000 feet. Anyway, I'm gonna like.
Well, the last
Are there
one-
any worms and/or other? Well, no. Yeah, worm. I can't really say. I have to say one. Creature, so
I mean,
purple
you can also just do this while you're walking because it's concentration up to an hour.
I will do that.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
to cover a good area. So you can just say, "Is there a purple worm within 1,000 feet?" Oh, okay. Well, well, I guess we'll see. Roll a, but you guys are gonna head on your little journey then, right? That's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a D100, Duncan. If you roll a 95 or higher. Okay, now you don't sense any purple worms.
Damn. That sucks. That's cringe.
But yeah, so Talvo and Adau will head out. Who do you put in charge while you guys are gone?
Riley.
Really?
Yeah,
Riley?
Riley, Bree, and Helios.
No, just Riley.
Okay,
Riley.
when
I'm
you
with
kind of
Riley.
even mentioned Riley having any amount of power, Riley's like yes, I've been waiting for this day. He's like someone come over here and massage my tail. It still hurts from yesterday.
Not me.
I'm also going to supply Riley with 3 gold stars to hand out.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. He's
That's
like at first he thinks they're all for him. He's like, oh, and then he's like, oh yeah. Anyway, so you guys
bud.
you guys will head out and yeah, you don't sense any worms on the way. No purple worms on the way. They're not that common, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'd say as you're going, like, you definitely, like, this is a pretty untamed, wild area, especially because you actually pass by a couple ruined settlements, like old, just minor, small little outposts, clearly dwarven, maybe one or two human-looking ones too, that have been abandoned long ago because of, well, the fiends in the area, right?
Yeah.
But eventually, after like several hours of travel, you start to come across like a couple farms and stuff of like and actually you come across like a shepherding area where there's a dwarven like a dwarven boy, like maybe like 15-year-old boy or whatever the equivalent is in dwarven years, who is just chilling with some sheep, and he notices you guys. He has a couple dogs with him, and they're like all alert attention. He doesn't say anything. He just kind of gives you a nod. He's like, "Yeah, what's up?"
Yeah, he's chill.
Yeah.
He's 15.
Yeah, and, but you start to see signs of civilization spread out, very spread out. Still, this area is very rugged. In fact, most of the like little houses and farmsteads that you see have like spikes put in the ground around the house, pointing outwards in case of attack. Right?
So we're in Alabama.
Yeah.
Alabama.
And you
We're
start.
at Kragox's house in Valheim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you so you eventually you will make it in like mid afternoon. You'll make it to the mining town. It's a town of just a couple hundred people, but with lots of with occasional like caravans and stuff that come through.
All right. What time do we make it here?
Like mid-afternoon, like 3 p.m., something like that.
Okay. So there are like people about.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
You guys are
Well-
eyed with some suspicion because it's pretty much all dwarves here.
Yeah.
Except for maybe there's like, I don't know, there's probably like one, there's probably like some, okay, yeah. Oh, there's, it's basically all dwarves. You do see a couple humans that are clearly slaved by someone locally here.
Nice. Okay. So.
Nice wouldn't be the direction I would go with.
Well, hold on. You'll see. But first, I'm gonna look around and see if any of the buildings have any signs.
Yeah.
Any on them.
There's like a general store, as well as there is an herbalist, and then there's like an inn and tavern. That's about it, though.
Well, let's head into the general store, I suppose.
Okay.
Or I will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as you do,
I'm gonna head to the tavern.
okay. As Adau goes in the general store, because the couple like enslaved humans that you saw are probably owned by the owner of the shop, because they're like unloading stuff from like a cart nearby into the shop. You go in, and there is the general store owner is dwarf, and he's and he calls out to you and says, "Oi, elf. What are you here for? We don't have to get your kind."
Yeah, I didn't expect so. I'm looking for any. Well, is this a mining settlement? You said?
Yeah.
It's a mining town. Well, I've heard that this fine settlement, you engage in a bit of mining, perhaps of precious metals or gems. So I'm looking for powdered silver. Or I guess you don't have to powder it. I'll pulverize it, or diamonds of any sort. They can be impure, I think.
He's like, I got the diamonds. Silver, you might want to go see the herbalist. I know she keeps some on hand for situations.
Do you get many situations around here? Or are you far enough away that it doesn't matter as much?
If you're talking about the fiends, they'll come down occasionally. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta deal with them. Most recently, though, a few years back, old Bobby's son, Bobby Jr., got bit by something. Started turning into a boar at night.
Huh. And
Had to take him out back, put him down.
as you do. That sucks. That was a couple years ago, though. Nothing like that since.
He nods, yeah.
Okay. Well, for your information, we're hopefully about to rid this region of the fiendish presence, which is why I inquired. Yeah, I figured. I figured he'd laugh or do something. I say we. It's not me and my human friend, but rather a contingent of hardened soldiers armed with magic weaponry and a flying castle, which I'm not going to show you. You'll just have to take my word for it. Anyway, about those diamonds.
Also, I'm not there.
I know.
He's
But
like, the guy's like, flying castle. First the rumors about the frost giant, and now this.
Wait, hold on. Say that. What rumors?
Oh yeah, Bobby's other son, Jimmy. He was he was out in the pasture yesterday with their sheep, and said he saw a frost giant on a hill scanning the valley. But there haven't been. Frost giants are they occasionally come around here, but they're never seen unless they want to be seen, or they don't care about being seen. And most of the time, nowadays they try to keep low. They're
there aren't many
than...
of them left. I probably have killed 1/10 of their number, and I've only killed one.
Kind of looks at you now a little more like, is this guy for real? He's like, yeah, the hill giants, they're too dumb. They'll come down, steal stuff, get caught, and we call to one of the cities for aid, and we can normally get some hunting parties and go get them. But a frost giant, it's a little more of a worry.
Yeah, they're formidable. Where'd you say that was? Could you mark it on my map?
Yeah.
No.
He could actually just tell you the direction. He's like, oh, that way. East or whatever, and it would be the direction of the castle, of the way you guys came from to get to here.
Okay, alright, interesting. That's something. And then these slaves, they're yours, right? Or whose are they?
He nods.
The several humans I've seen.
He nods. He's like, they're good workers.
How much profit do you think you make by the virtue of their employment?
He looks at you. He's like, you got a kind heart, trying to buy their freedom.
Perhaps.
I'll let you know there were bandits raided this here town. I've set them straight.
Bandits could aid us in perhaps fighting off fiends. Unless they.
He shrugs. He's like, I'm just saying, don't feel any love for them. They'll slit your throats and steal your coin. Without good, strong guidance. And he kind of... And when he says guidance, he kind of motions to where he has like a little, like literal, like keychain. Because they did have like shackles on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll think about that later, I guess. About the diamonds, though. How many do you have? Are they large? Are they pure?
He'd tell you, he'd actually reach down into his pants, into like a little safe box, a little strong box nearby, pull out a little tiny sack like that would normally hold coins. But you gotta tip it over, and 5 diamonds would come out. And he was like, merchant trading for metals. Had these. They're not purified, but you said you don't need them to be. And he's like, yeah, these. I wager these are worth about 500 gold pieces, all in all.
So there's 5 worth 100 each.
Merchant paid for quite a few barrels of stuff.
Fair enough. Yeah, I suppose I will take them all. Nothing looks amiss about them, right?
Yeah, they seem normal. Yeah.
Okay, I'll buy them.
Right, yeah, so 500 gold pieces worth of diamonds.
Yeah, and these seem like that's what they should be worth as well.
Yeah, exactly. As far as like pricing goes, yeah. As far as the spells go, that is what they would be. Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. I have taken the gold out of my inventory.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. And then, well, hypothetically, if I thought if I could keep these bandits straight, how much would each of them be worth to you? And also, do they look in good physical shape? Like, could they work around the castle.
They did look
or
like,
fight.
yeah, they did look in good physical shape. You think about it, like, tell you what, business has been good, and my son and daughter, they're both coming back from Dupegard at some point. Actually, no, he said they're both coming back from Gabagard on a business trip, actually. And they're probably gonna help me take over the business here. Probably don't need as much labor. And those two, I do got to keep an eye on them. I'll give you them both for 100 gold.
100 gold.
Yeah, 50 each.
Does that sound acceptable to you guys?
We're not
Engaging
there.
in a little bit. Yeah, I know, but
That's
like, I mean, I feel like I should. I don't know. I feel like that's an acceptable metagame, seeing if spending party money is acceptable. But I can also telepathically speak to you, Talvo, so I could ask you, unless you'd rather free them by more inconspicuous means.
If you're not gonna kill the fucker, by all means.
If I'm not gonna kill him, then buying his slaves and freeing them is acceptable to you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'd rather not just murder him right now, because we have to buy stuff from this town. It would save him the grief of his children not coming home ever, but I think I'll just give him the gold.
Talvo's got a pretty hard line to stand through with slavery.
I mean, yeah, same, but I'd rather just free them and be done with it.
It's almost like you're allowing him to profit off of his.
Well, you want me to, we just got ambushed by or not ambushed, but confronted in Dupegard by God himself, and you're like, let's kill more people. I think that's a good way to go about it. I would just as soon kill him if it didn't have any consequences, but of course it does. So.
Oh yeah, so if you want to do that, it's 100 gold.
Yeah, I'll pay him. I'll take the guys.
Yeah, he'll literally go out to them and basically just he's like, do you want them in their shackles?
No, take them off.
Okay. And he looks at them, they're both look at you in surprise. And the dude looks at them and he's like, and looks back at you and he's like, if they go back to banditry and attack our town again, their heads will be on pikes by the next morning.
Yeah, I'd expect nothing less.
And he
Or
just
more, I
shrugs
suppose.
and kind of goes away. So,
Cool.
Alright. Meanwhile, Talvo, you walked into the tavern.
Yep.
It's all dwarves in here. They look at you. They do not like you, clearly. They just are all glaring at. They're all glaring daggers. It's like a Star Wars scene where everyone in the room looks over and is like,
Like when they walk into the droid bar in the Mandalorian.
Just
My friend doesn't like you. I
Yeah.
don't like you either.
yeah. So, but yeah, so they're all just it's just a bunch of dwarves just jerking.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up to the bartender. Like, I'm looking to purchase 3-4 kegs of ale.
How the fuck are we gonna get 4 kegs back to the castle?
That's a good question.
You just,
Patient scroll.
Yeah, I guess.
you just bought a couple slaves, right?
He's like he's like
old floor against
he's
slavery.
like he would look at you, and he's like, normally I would say for a barrel of the good stuff. You said ale or anything specific?
Ale.
Okay.
Ale.
He's like, for a good quality ale, I'd normally give it for 2 gold per barrel. But for you, 4 gold.
I mean, first of all, don't really need the good stuff. Get the okay stuff.
He shrugs. He's like 2 gold a barrel.
So what would it be if I wasn't human?
1
You
gold.
just said, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's doubling the price for you. He's like, well, it'd be,
He said that to him. I'm doubling the price.
He's like, it'd be 1 gold if you're a dwarf. Anything non-dwarf is,
Well,
It'll be polymorphed.
get a panache.
Okay. Roll your persuasion. Yeah. It's pretty good. Okay, what do you actually say to him though to persuade him?
Listen, I got some dwarves back at my castle. We're going off to a big fight. I want to make sure we have a good party afterwards.
He's like, whoa, castle, you say? Are you a baron?
Yes.
In a manner of speaking.
He's so like surprised. He doesn't even like question it. He's like, oh, you must be from one of the human towns to the east. We don't normally get barons out here. I mean, I'll tell you what. If you
I have some dwarf visitors. I'm trying to, rise them up. I want to show them a good time.
Oh, in that case, this shitty stuff isn't gonna do it. You know what? I'll give you the dwarven price for the good stuff. Just for that. I'm not gonna have my brethren in stone be drinking the shite that these fools do. And he motions to where, like, there's a couple, like, hillbillies drinking some moonshine in the corner.
Cool.
You tell you what. You toss in a little bit of extra, I'll cart it out to you. Where's your castle at? How far?
Couple hours. Nothing major.
So it's more like 8 hours.
For him, it would be like a whole day's travel, but because he's gonna have a cart. He's like, I'm gonna borrow my buddy's elk-pulled cart and work my way over there.
So, 4 kegs, 12 gold.
He nods. He's like, yeah, that'll be good stuff too.
A little on top for the convenience.
Yeah, he nods. So yeah, 4 kegs of ale. Yeah.
All right, pleasure doing business with you. No, I think I would just, we would shake hands and I would go and try and find Adau.
How would you tell him to find the castle? Like,
you'll see it.
There was like,
yeah.
Get it loaded up. I'll come back and we'll show you the way.
Oh, you're gonna go with him? Okay. He was saying he could deliver it earlier, like just the next day. But yeah, if you want to go with him, that's fine.
Well, I figured I would go see what Adau was up to, and he's good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, we're not gonna be here a whole day. Like, we're leaving today again to get back.
Well, then it sounds like those 2 slaves you just bought should help load up the 2 pigs.
Sure. Yeah. I'll have them. Before I even know their names. Hey, asshole, go load up the beer.
Yeah, they.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
So you get to have some. You're included.
So Talvo, you guys would meet up and discuss this, and you were also suggested. So let's go back to Adau. Adau, you were suggested to go to the herbalist for silver.
Yes, let's do that, actually.
Yeah. And
let's bring the humans with us, I guess, just around. What are their names? It doesn't really matter, but what are their names?
Their names are... I have names, don't worry.
I didn't expect you to have names.
Their names are... Will and Bill. There you go.
Nice.
Sure. Yeah,
cool.
You got Will and Bill.
Well, okay, yeah. We'll head into the herbalist.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in, and there's a female dwarf in here.
Hello.
Oh.
That's a majestic beard you have.
Oh, thank you. That is very, very kind of you. My dear elf, I don't normally get your kind. Are you a traveler?
Yes, yeah, I am. And to aid me in my travels, and my friends.
I need your strongest potion.
Yes, potion seller. No. But yeah, we'd like to purchase some silver, if you have any.
She kind of nods. She's like, for what purpose?
Well, I'm a
mind
cleric.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
She's like, let me see what I have on hand. I know I have some. Should we go and kind of look around? As she's going though, one thing you notice is that like one of the reasons you were looking for silver was to potentially make like a silvered mirror, which like you could have your smith make, but that would take a little more time and stuff, and effort. You actually notice that it looks like she has something like that. She has a mirror over on one side of the hanging on the wall.
Does it? Then it looks not like a normal glass mirror. I guess. Well, it would. So mirrors back then would be silver, wouldn't they?
Yeah, it looks like it's a pretty nice one. It actually looks like it's probably because for this there's a gold specification. It can't just be like a shitty ass little hand mirror. This is like a full like hanging one. So.
Oh wow. Actually, would you mind if I inquired where you got that mirror that you have? It's very ornate, very finely crafted. I've never seen any of its like before.
Yeah, she looks back. She's like, it was used to travel a bit more. Did some work with as a medic with an army, and the spoils of war. For all the suffering I saw, I got quite a bit of wealth with it. That's when I decided I wanted to settle down. But along the way, found that on the body of a dead human mage or something like that.
Interesting. Also, out of character, what is the silver mirror for?
It's the
How do we use it?
it's the material.
To scry.
Yeah.
Which I'm reading in is gonna be rough anyway, so.
It's a focus for scrying. Basically, you look into it and then.
I see. What is a font? Is it a fountain
Yeah.
filled with holy water? Okay, yeah, that would take a long time and a lot of money. Yes, okay. Fuck, we should have brought Helios with us. Then, damn, that sucks. He could have just done it here. He wouldn't even need to buy it.
You can't do it. Shot would have to do it.
Oh, I thought Shot was teaching you the spell.
No, Sean is gonna do it for you guys.
But if I learned scry, I would not have been able to switch from Teller with something else. So.
Fair enough. All right. Well, what do you use that mirror for? Are you a mage yourself?
She shakes her head. She kind of like shrugs. She's like, I do know a little bit of magics, and it helps with my craft, but not much. I have no use for that mirror magically, if that's what you're asking.
Well, it just so happens that I do, and I was hoping to use it to aid in one of. I'm trying to think one of our ventures. My friends and I, we have a bit of perhaps an endeavor. Is that a good word? A mission's probably better to the east of here, with a certain archfiend, and this mirror could help us greatly in getting rid of him.
She cocks an eyebrow. She's like, well, I have to say I don't quite believe that anyone I've ever seen in my life is up to the task of taking on the fiends there, but
we aren't either, but we're gonna try it anyway.
If you do think that
Tell it up to do it.
if this is something that you think you can do, I would love to be able to help out.
Well, we could bring you back the mirror if we're alive to do so.
She nods. She's like, and roll me an insight check, Duncan. You actually when you say this, she's like I wouldn't require much for it. I could probably just lend it to you. But actually saying this, her eyes are like going up and down Adau's body a little more carefully than you would expect if it was just like a casual conversation.
Carefully, or
she looks at you, she's like,
fire muck in return, huh?
she gives you a smile. She's like, let's just say if you, I'll lend it to you, no charge. But if you do come back, I'd love to hear more about your adventures. She's like I love hearing from. I've always loved hearing about the adventures of brave dwarves, but also humans and even elves.
Well, an elf I am, I guess.
It doesn't even have
Such
to
a good
try.
pickup. Such a good
You
follow
know
up.
what? No. Yeah.
Sexy elves.
Yeah. No, I'll just. Yeah. Sure. You got it. Wink.
Yeah. Okay, roll me a charisma, like a performance check.
Roll for Riz.
Performance. Okay.
Yeah, roll
Roll for Riz.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, she totally buys it, and she just gives you a smile, and she'll like literally, yeah, she'll let you take this mirror, which again, like the mirror is like it's like the size of like a dinner plate or something, right? Like a large dinner plate, so you can see your whole face in it or whatever. And then so then you would still want to buy the silver, right? So or like. I guess just keep some more stocks of it. Like, you already have a lot of silver at the castle, but you could probably buy whatever she has.
Good to have. Just
Yeah.
because.
We'll say like another, like, she has like another, like, 50 gold pieces worth of silver. It's not a ton, but there's some.
Okay.
So yeah.
Let me change this real quick. Cool. Works for me. And you know what? And then I guess like after all of the business has been done,
Yeah.
I'll put down like another like 5 gold and say for the pleasure of your company, and then we can leave.
She nods and she's like, you know what? If you do make it back, maybe I'll make sure to use it for a nice bottle of wine.
That's a nice bottle. 5 gold for a bottle. Goddamn.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll take you up on that. Totally.
And so you guys, yeah, this business in town probably took no more than like an hour, you know, for all this. So it's a very small
Oh,
little
he was
town.
quick.
There's nothing else to really see or do in this town. You're still getting dirty looks from most of the dwarves. And a specific type of dirty look there, but yeah. So then, so then you guys meet up with 2 new companions who they haven't said hardly anything. They just are like surprised that you bought their freedom or whatever. And it's about like, I don't know, like 4 p.m. now. There's a few hours till sundown. You could start heading back and then camp on the way, or you could like spend the night here and take the full day tomorrow.
I think we should leave and go to see where that giant is.
No.
Yes, I think it's a good idea.
The 2 humans like, a giant? What are they talking about?
Oh, hey Will, hey Bill. We're talking about the frost giant that was seen staring at a little boy the other day.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Jimmy, yes, Billy's brother.
Is that the information I've gotten? Is that there was a giant staring at a little boy? Am I being led to believe I'm gonna go kill a pedophile? In that case, like maybe
He wasn't staring at the little boy.
Believe.
He was surveying the valley.
Yeah. Yeah, surveying the. Yeah, I know. But I
Yeah.
would like to see if we can find him, because I think that'd be cool.
Again, I've shown pictures of like what this kind of area looks like. It looks like this basically, right? Like it's like you can imagine the frost giant would have been. Except there's maybe some more meadows, slightly more than in this picture, right? You can imagine that there would have been like a meadow with like this shepherd, like this boy shepherding, and then he looks up and sees a frost giant on top of like one of these crags, right? staring out and watching at everything below, right? So, anyways.
And I also would like to, oh, I don't have I do have a Sending Stone. Does Shot have the other one? Who has the other one?
I think Shot does.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to...
Write down the connections. Like
Yeah, he does.
I did. I usually do. I just forgot I had it. I'd like... Well, do you guys think that could be a worthwhile pursuit? Maybe the Frost Giants fed up with the Devils. Who knows? Any advantage is one we should probably get, because we don't have many at the moment.
Could do some help taking on the giant bone demon.
We've done like 9,000 side quests. I really want to go save my friend.
But would you rather die or not die and save your friend?
I'm not the one who's gonna die. We'll be very clear about that. I can outrun pretty much anything.
That's true. However, if 3 of us die and you live,
Then I
that's it. It's a what?
And then it's Talvo's party.
What if the castle, the command crystal, is on Helios's body and his body gets eaten by, let's say, a purple worm? You know.
I still have a spy network. Not all of them are here. A lot of them scattered.
Okay. So, anyways, so
it sounds like we don't want to do that.
Okay.
Don't worry, I can get eaten and nothing consequential happens. Got it.
You're not gonna pursue the Frost Giant. Okay. We kind of have to pass by that way. Anyways.
Yeah, I guess if we see him, we see him. But I guess we're not gonna like look for his house or lair or whatever they do.
Deletes tab on browser.
I think the tavern keeper, he's just gonna actually give you guys his cart as part of the. He would actually tell you like you can keep the cart for maybe like an extra gold.
I gave him extra gold.
I'll give him a gold. Who gives a shit? 1 gold.
Well, that was assuming he would bring the cart back. The elk though, he's like once you get there, just slap the elk on the ass, send it back this way. It knows the way home.
Sure. Okay, and then of course, I'll give him platitudes about because of course Talvo's a human baron, and I am his ward. We will establish profitable trading lanes with this town as a result of this kind gesture. Thank you, good sir.
He's like, you gotta talk about the elder about that, but I appreciate it. I'll look forward to more business.
Yep. Parry the platitude.
Parry the platitude.
Yeah. So then are you guys just gonna head out, get a few more hours of traveling, and then camp somewhere?
So, yeah, sounds right. Sounds about right.
How did I ding a nat 20 on persuasion and Adau is the one who gets hit on?
Because you're not gay.
You used it to buy a drink.
Never established.
The dwarves, like you were in a place where they really were welcoming of you. The herbalist is well traveled and open minded. You know,
she's seen a lot.
It's extremely flamboyant, fucking charismatic rogue.
Yeah. Try harder. Bro.
These guys are basically like Trump supporters, and you're like you know, you can fill out the rest of the references there. You just walked into like a rural bar in Appalachia, you know. No, but they anyways. Anyway. Yeah, you guys will head on your way. You can you can head out and you can travel a few hours. You kind of get past like the edge of the like farmsteads and area and out into like the true wilderness. And that's about where you can get to when it's time to camp. And you're only at this point like maybe 3 or 4 hours away from the castle. But pressing on at night here is not going to be a good idea with the hilly terrain and everything, right? And as you guys are setting up camp, Talvo, what's your passive perception? Actually, what's both of your guys' passive perception?
12.
17.
Oh, okay. Actually, so never mind. It wouldn't be Talvo first. It would be It would be Adau. Adau, you just like feel off. Something feels off. And then
I'll scan the forest around us. Do I see anything?
Well, so you're trying to think about, like, you're like, you have your bill of warning. No signal's been sent, so you're like, okay, well, it's not like we're not under attack, but something just feels off to you, and you scan around, and you don't see anything in the trees around, but then something catches your eye, a glint of light from the moon that is rising now, and you look over, and sure enough, up on a top of one of the ridges nearby. Again, this is more like foothills, not really full mountains, but, you know, there is a kind of clump of rocks, and you see crouched there with a warhammer, massive warhammer, at it, like, held in one hand, is a frost giant staring down at you.
But she does not want to close this tab.
This is a couple thousand feet away.
Do I have enough familiarity with giants from my research to know anything about a common culture they have? Like how in America, flipping someone off is bad.
Yeah.
The peace sign is a thing, but in Britain it's backwards. So would I know a hand signal to be like, I'm friendly, like what's up, to give him? Because we're by a fire. He can't see me.
Do you would know that generally giants view other mortals as lesser creatures.
Oh, I know that. I don't
So,
need to
like, you can try your best with a hand signal. It actually be similar to like a dwarven thing, because again, there's some shared history there, shared traditions between dwarves and giants.
Maybe. Yeah, that's a good point, because I know significantly more about dwarves than I do about giants.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe an ancestral thing, like a ritual that dwarves have, that used to be something to show deference to giants.
Yeah,
But
you would know
evolved.
like a couple prayers to the giant gods that you can, or like expressions, right? Like saying
I'd like
like
to do one of those.
stuff like saying like God bless you, but you know, whatever god it is, right? So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would like to do that.
Just call it out.
Yeah, just something to be like, yo, what's up?
Okay. Yeah, it's like, again, this is it's a fairly still night. There's not too much, not too windy or anything. It's not stormy. It's pretty clear skies. Maybe a couple clouds, but the guy, this frost giant, you see him like kind of shift a little bit when he hears you, because again, you're a couple thousand feet away, but it's close enough and quiet enough that when you're shouting, you all hear. I mean, obviously,
It echoes.
Talvo, you obviously notice what's going on now. It takes you a second longer to look around, but then you see it as well, Talvo. And Will and Bill are like, "Oh fuck! Oh my god! It's a giant."
Chill, guys. We beat this. We beat one of these things at level 6. We're level 10
And
now.
the thing calls out. The thing calls out back, the frost giant, and it says, "Mortals." It's like it's shouting out too, but its voice carries pretty well. Are you the ones named Talvo, Adau, Helios, and Rhuk?
No.
No.
What are you talking? No. I'll yell back. No.
I was given by a small man, maybe large by your stature. I was given descriptions, and it looks like you. I don't see the Boarman, but my eyes are good.
You're several thousand feet away, and you're yelling long-winded sentences in a language I don't understand.
He stands up at this one. He's like, well, Brimir the Hammer. We'll see if you are who he seeks. And he literally jumps off of the fucking rocks into like the forest below, so you can't see him anymore. But you hear the thud. And then you hear footsteps. Will and
Fuck
Bill
the
are like,
ale,
oh god,
scatter.
oh god.
Yeah. Fuck the ale scatter. I don't. Brynmere bad. Brynmere not good. Brynmere the name of the lover, I think.
Yeah, that was the name of
the.
Yeah. That was the
I
name
don't
of
know,
Hilda's
he's fucking
lover
Warhammer.
that the Black Wolf told you about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh wait. Did he say Brynmere's hammer or Brynmere the hammer?
Brimir the Hammer is what he called himself. And he had a big war hammer.
I thought he was referring to the hammer, not himself.
No, his title is the Hammer, just like Hilda
Okay.
was the Volge.
Yeah. Well, he definitely doesn't want to help us. So he probably also can't outrun him. I mean, as a group. I mean, of course, Talvo could outrun him.
This is a pretty hilly area and forested area. However, you're definitely not gonna be able to bring the cart.
Yeah, no. The 12 gold of ale is gonna have to stay behind.
the out of character lore wise, how does the castle teleport?
Magic.
It teleports with magic, yeah. The question is, do they have any way of contacting you guys? You use the sending stone.
I would be like sending like, hey, like you guys doing all right?
Roll me a D100. If you get 90 or higher, we'll say that this happens coincidentally at the right time.
That's the thing. Is it's kind of a bullshit.
Wait, what happens?
We'll say
100?
because like you already used your sending stone to send to Helios, so anyway you can notify them unless you have sending
I
yourself.
have sending myself, but I do like the idea of it being.
Yeah.
Like, how would I know? Just
So
like,
like,
an evening
so that's
check-up.
what I mean, right? It's like yeah. So the only way that
Yeah.
Helios and them are gonna find out. Ooh, that's close. All right, here. You know what? I'll let you roll
Be like
your.
in a half an hour.
I'll let you roll your bardic inspirations to even add to that.
That's
D10
smart.
now though. That's D10
Yeah,
now.
so there's a good chance. Okay, so we'll say literally, just out of pure coincidence and luck, as this frost giant goes thud into the forest and you hear footsteps coming your way, Adau, you get a message.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like Helios is like, hey, you guys good for the night? Before just checking in before you go to bed, something like that, right, Helios?
You guys doing good? It's been a while. I haven't heard from you yet.
Oh yeah, dude, we're just settling down. We're good.
Help.
Huh?
That's all I say.
Did I hear? What tower was that?
Because don't worry.
I would have sent it directly to you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I got it. We're chilling. We're about to go to sleep. We got it. We got ale. You guys are gonna be living good soon.
All right, yeah.
Alright, let us know.
And then the line cuts off. Beep. Alright.
What was on him?
So you have a
Oh.
frost giant barreling through the woods. Boom, boom, boom,
Yep.
boom.
You three hide.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna walk up a tree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot you can do that.
Yeah, you walk up a tree. This should be interesting.
Yeah.
And yeah,
If I get
the
a snack, I'm off the phone.
eventually the you actually even hear the cracking of branches. It's just barreling through branches in the way. It finally reaches the edge of this like little clearing that you guys set up camp in.
How far
And-
away is that?
It's like within 60 feet of you.
I would
Okay.
like to banish him.
As soon as he enters the range of this, yeah, then you could cast banishment. Let me go ahead and pull up this sheet to give you.
I knew you were gonna do the funny. I knew it. I could tell. See you later.
Charisma saving throw. Ooh, okay, it's not too bad for this guy.
Damn. Okay.
He just steps forward into the
Sees me doing.
Yeah, he steps forward and he just actually puts the hammer, which is a massive. It's like a two-handed war hammer, right? But it's a giant size, literally 10 feet long, right? It looks like it would definitely swish you in one blow if you were a normal
Oh,
person. And he just smacks on the ground and just stands there looking at you. You see him kind of squint his eyes a bit when you cast a spell, like he has to concentrate to like resist the effects. Then he just stares at you, and he says...
No, he doesn't. Doing it again.
He's like, you match the description of the one... And then, he's like, you match the description of the one they call Adau.
I'm doing it again at 5th level, but it doesn't actually change the save or anything.
He's like,
This has to work 4 times. I'm gonna be able to do it 4 times.
As you do it this time, he's prepared now, so you're not gonna do it for free. What he's gonna do is he's literally gonna say, he's gonna literally say, cease, and he takes the hammer and just like fucking, if you played Elden Ring, like Godfrey, it goes boom and sends a literal shockwave at you. Your spell's gonna go off first.
Let's go.
And so he pops out of existence. However, the shockwave doesn't care. The shockwave still comes at you. I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna take half damage, so it's gonna be half of this. So you take 7 damage. And then I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Dear God.
So he literally breaks your concentration, and with the shockwave that was delayed like by a split second, and all of a sudden he pops back into existence. And
How many miles away are they?
he just stares at you. You're also, or no, you saved that, so you're not knocked prone. You would have been knocked prone otherwise. And he looks at you and he says, I know your magics. They will only delay me.
That's crazy.
How many miles away are they? Curiosity.
Several miles away.
Yeah, like
So
4 hours walk,
realistically-
so probably 10 or
Realistically,
20.
like in a couple seconds, we would hear like a.
And it's not that powerful of a shockwave. It's
Oh, okay, never mind.
no. Hold on.
Hopefully.
Alright, let's see. This time he's actually not expecting you to keep going.
Let's go.
So you do. He doesn't send a shockwave out at you this time, and it just goes. Zoop, and you know that you have a minute until he comes back if he's native to this plane. Which
No, a minute. No, a minute till he's banished to the harmless demi-plane. permanently,
if
right?
hold on,
Otherwise,
wait,
the
hold
target
on.
doesn't return.
The target remains there.
Oh, no.
I think that's only if it's not
God, that's-
native, or is it if the target is native to? If the spell ends, I don't know.
Target
If
doesn't return.
I think that only applies if they're not native to the plane. Hold on, wait, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay, so let me. You're right. It's complicated. It remains
Yeah,
there
so
until spell
the
ends.
target remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in the space it left. If the target is native to the different plane of existence, then it's
Damn it.
banished.
I would not have cast 4 fucking times if I had. I thought he was just gonna be in that plane.
Well,
Harmless.
Adau, you suddenly realize that your plan is not going to work quite as the way you expected, and you realize, oh shit, wait, this guy's native to here, definitely. We only have a minute. What are you going to do with your minute?
Pop into the woods, I guess.
Okay, just start
where
running?
Everyone's hiding. Yeah, just run for a minute, and then I'm gonna cast silence on us
Okay,
when banishment ends.
So
so you just like call out, like, run!
Yeah, run.
Scatter!
Yeah.
Run in the same
I
direction.
mean, no, like we're partying with Riley. We're having a great time. It's
Yeah.
come.
Yeah,
That's
so,
so cringe. That sucks.
yeah, so that's the thing, is
I
like,
am 1,200 feet away. I ran and dashed for that full minute.
so now you say run, and then you hear crickets. There's literally no one in the trees nearby. They've already ran. So Adau's like, oh shit, and he runs. It's like the one
Yeah.
meme of the little girl going like, ah, you know. Anyways,
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. I'm gonna run as far as I can make it, and I don't know where they went. 'Cause
Okay.
They already ran.
and what this is going to be now is that this is going to be a skill check challenge. So a minute later, you hear like a distant popping sound as it pops back into existence, and he's like, and he just yells out like, "Face me!" And yeah, and he starts barreling behind you, because here's the thing: is he's been watching you. He knows where you're going back to. So even if he doesn't know where you guys are immediately, he's running towards the way you guys are running, towards the castle. And yeah, so Duncan, what is the? I mean, actually, we won't say this is not a skill check yet because he still hasn't found your trail. What are you gonna do to like make sure he doesn't pick you up?
I'm going to use thaumaturgy in the opposite direction to do a really loud sound of a twig breaking.
Yeah, it's gonna be only 30 feet range though.
Damn, never mind. That doesn't work at all then. 3. Oh, I have to cast it multiple times. Well, I didn't think about it enough. Clearly, I did not. I don't know. None of my spells do anything except silence on me. So I could try to like climb a tree and then cast silence. So
Okay. Yeah, so you like climb a tree. Yeah, when you start hearing him catching up in distance, you climb a tree, and then
yeah, I'd like to cast silence on like centered on me in the air, so that if he's running along the ground, he's not gonna just be like, oh, suddenly there's no sound.
Okay, I got you.
know?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, and yeah, that makes sense. So you can make it so it wouldn't like catch him in it if he at head level or whatever as he's running by the trees. Sounds good. So you do this, and you're like, okay, like, and then you're holding on him, like watching with your eyes. You see rustling of trees in the distance, but he's heading on a line where he's not going to pass right by you. So you're waiting and you're watching this, and then it stops. Wow, maybe 100 feet away. You can actually, like, looking through some of the leaves, barely see parts of the giant, and he's standing still, and he puts a hand to the ground. And then all of a sudden you start to hear rumbling, except you don't hear the rumbling because you can't hear anything here. You're like, wait a minute, I feel rumbling. The tree you're on is shaking.
The tree I'm on, or does it look like
Multiple trees in the area are shaking, and you're like, what the fuck's going on? And then you see the giant turn towards like the nearest ridge, like the nearest like taller hill or mountain, the small mountain, and he starts booking it that way. That's away from you. And the shaking underneath is getting like more and more intense until finally I need a strength saving throw.
Nice.
I gave you the exoskeleton arm. You could advantage this if you want.
Is this something that would work? Like, is it a strength saving throw to
It's
hold
not-
on to the tree?
It's gonna fall. You're gonna fall in the tree.
Grip on
That's
the
it.
tree.
I'm gonna fall out of the tree. Okay,
Yeah.
so then it would be something that works for that.
Okay, so you're like about to fall. You manage to
Nice.
hang on. The whole tree actually starts to literally topple over, but then it stops. It gets caught in another tree, and you like kind of swing yourself up to a point. Yeah, and you're. I also need a separate strength saving throw to avoid dislocating your arm. Okay, you're good. Your arm is fine. So yeah, so the initial use of it, I actually like go like whoosh, like super strength for a split second to hold on, and then to not get your arm fucking ripped out of its socket by this. So you manage to hold on, and you're like, okay, and then the rumbling stops, and then you're like, wait a minute, why did it stop? And then you look down. Below the tree is poking up purple scales.
Yo, what's up? Yo, hey! How's it going?
There are purple scales, and then you see like it rise out of the ground. There's a purple worm's mouth, and it goes like, "Bah." But not in a hostile way, because it was told not to be hostile to you.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Damn, that's crazy. Do I remember the dance Helios did?
I mean, you could try to emulate it as best you can.
That's bad
yeah.
performance.
And
you stand up to me.
have you guys seen the original Dune?
No, I haven't
Like
seen
the David Lynch
Well, not the
Dune?
original.
I have not. No.
Uh,
Oh, shit, Ryan just brought some dessert, man.
I'm gonna drop out of the tree onto the ground next to him if I can. See the little shapes at the top? Those are guys riding the
Yeah.
Arrakeen.
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna drop out of the tree and land next to or on the side of the worm.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna try to do the dance.
Okay, do a performance check. Okay. And yeah, it does. Honestly, you're like not sure. I mean, what are you trying to convey to it to do? That's the question.
Kill the giant.
It's like, kind of cocks its head, and then it starts moving really quickly, right below the ground. You actually see it occasionally brush, like bumping out of the ground, destroying trees in the process. It's not going towards the giant. It's going towards the castle. You know, it misinterpreted you as saying like go to the castle.
Oh god.
All right. Okay. If it's just under the ground,
Yeah.
I can't really get on it. So.
Just gonna run after it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I mean, I feel like. Yeah, I'm just gonna go after it.
Okay, so
Not
now
like run, but...
it doesn't actually go too fast in the ground when it is like in areas that it's unfamiliar with. So you're actually able to keep up. You're like, oh god, like you're gonna definitely be huffing and puffing because you're also dodging like falling trees. You're dodging falling trees and shit. And yeah, Talvo, you're way ahead, but you definitely hear in the distance like cracking of trees going towards you. And
yeah, I was gonna ask, is the worm as fast or faster than me?
You're still fast, a little faster long term, but I mean, like at some point you could
4-minute mile here.
I'm assuming at some point you would probably stopped and like just listened for a
You're
while.
gonna get back to us in like 20 minutes.
So yeah, in this case, it's gonna be literally like a couple hours until Talvo gets back, panting at the base of the castle. They had like throw down a ladder for you, pull you up. And probably Helios and Bree, you guys are notified. You probably run up and Talvo's like panting out of breath.
Oh, you were fine. Hold on, wait.
Adau lied! He always lies! He tells lies!
That is fair. Okay, well.
How is that fair? What?
Oh, wait,
Okay.
what? Huh? Okay. But where is he, first off?
I don't
Welcome
know.
back. We have snacks.
With that in mind, I'm gonna go.
I don't care that much.
That's
Really.
unfair. You were running
Actually,
something.
first of all, wait. You talked to him? You talked to him and he said everything was okay.
Yes. We just started having a party. Like we had snacks for you guys. Like, what's up? Yeah, I mean,
So, you remember Hilda the Bulge, right?
yeah, familiar. Yeah, we for Dog's Head. Yeah.
Yeah, her boyfriend showed up and he's really mad.
Oh, we got drama. Let's go.
When did you talk to him? No, what the fuck just happened here?
Sir, he did not mention that. Said we're good. I'm gonna talk to you next time. So,
Yeah,
I'm assuming that you ran from them towards us
yes.
with Hilda's, I guess, ex technically now.
You know what? Now that you bring it up, the purple worm is back, so if you want to, like...
Shit.
You want to say something to him? Maybe, like, calm him down?
Bring him? Hold on.
Because he's on the way here.
On the way, okay.
Yeah, at this point, you probably... It's actually... The
Giant
others weren't...
probably knows that, right?
They weren't that far behind, so you guys probably look over the edge and you literally see like trees getting pushed apart by this fucking worm going at right below the ground level. And as it gets closer, you see Adau running behind this wake of carnage. And yeah, you see Adau running behind the worm, and the worm pulling up to below the castle and then kind of circling. Because it was told to come to this spot, but it doesn't sense anything because you're above the ground.
Okay.
And all the people in the castle like crowd the walls, like, what the hell? Is that the thing that you guys got through Gavagard with? Riley says.
Yeah. He's back. Still on our side. Oh.
And Adau, yeah, you've made it back now successfully on the tails of a purple worm.
Where are Will and Bill?
You don't know. They ran off.
100 gold well spent. Well, alright, fair enough.
So
I'm
how are
coming up.
things going on your perfectly fine night?
Well, as I climb up the ladder, I'm gonna say, great, I got the worm, all went as planned.
Truly, okay. And you were running from nothing.
Nothing, no, the worm was just going really fast.
Gotcha. So,
Yeah.
Give me one good reason to not cut this fucking roleplay.
Because
Look
you
at
have
the
not been
damage.
inconvenienced in any way, and we now have a worm to help us in our endeavors.
You told him everything was okay.
And we're fine.
for how long?
Forever. We're never gonna have any consequences of this. I mean, really, this is a net positive, I think.
Were you followed by, oh, I don't know, an old friend?
An old
Yes,
friend?
an
No, I
enemy
don't
of
think
our
he's
friends?
enemy of our friends. No, he's more an enemy of us. Anyway, so what did Talvo say? Did he say there was a giant or something?
Yeah, held his X.
Oh yeah.
Probably not too happy about events. So Bree, we'll get to the tea later. So, and did he follow you?
I have no idea. He got spooked by the worm.
Here. We also have these people who are spooked by
By
the worm too.
Josh.
They're back.
Jack.
Sure.
Um,
Gosh, yeah.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, he's mad. And I tried to banish him, but then I forgot that that's not how my spells work. And so he was only gone for a
You're
minute.
doing homework. You're doing your homework tonight. Oh, you're coming to the party.
Mom, my friends want to play Humans and Houses tonight.
It's my turn with the purple worm.
Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna tell them basically what happened. I don't want to go through it all again.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. And yeah, I'm assuming you guys would then just go and rest, right? And instead of probably not try to keep the tripled watch that you had before.
Yeah. Oh wait, Helios, you should jump down there and tell Josh to go destroy the walls while we're sleeping.
Are we doing our plan tomorrow?
Yeah, why not? By the way, here's this mirror that I've been carrying on my back.
Oh shit. Okay, well that's helpful. All right.
Yeah,
guess we're doing this tonight?
it's silvered and you can see stuff with it. Yeah, you probably, yes, I think you should. I think yes, we should not do that.
Adau does not get to sleep peacefully. I need to confront him. Adau, why did you tell him everything was okay when we were actively being attacked?
Well, first of all, you don't know we were being attacked because all you heard was two people shouting in Dwarvish that you don't understand. Second, I thought I was going to banish him permanently, and I did not know that that's not how it worked. So it was fine. And it would have worked if not for you meddling DMs.
Okay, but in what timeline does our friends coming to help us not...
Well, they would have had to teleport the castle, which is something that we wouldn't then be able to use in the attack.
Yeah,
So-
that is true.
That is what I was thinking.
Hey.
Also, I will say, Adau, like, the thing is, a normal frost giant, you guys could actually probably handle with just the two of you.
Oh yeah, no, I think so.
However,
He's
I will
probably
say
like a big
that
boy.
this is not something that you would have noticed until you saw him at the edge of the clearing. This is definitely not a normal frost giant. Most frost giants have just like these like rough patchwork armor, shoddy weapons. This one was geared up like a fucking soldier would be for a giant, with a high quality, probably magic battle hammer. And it also looked like various gear on his belt. Like he had like a fucking like a war net, like to throw on opponents, right? He had like fucking potions. Like this guy was geared up.
I do not see the rationale behind saying everything is okay when we were actively being attacked.
I just told you the rationale. First, you don't know. Only I
I
did.
do know. We came back and Helios told me, yeah, everything's okay, no big deal.
Wait, what? I don't understand that.
We threw a party for y'all.
Yeah. Anyway, I
Riley's
just gave you the
Riley is
rationale,
like,
and
oh hey Helios. Helios said you're bringing back ale. Oh, I'm so excited for that good ale.
Damn, that sucks.
Tell that to Riley.
And at this point, instead of a morale buff, there's gonna be a morale malus, a morale nerf, because everyone was expecting the ale. Because you told them ahead of time you're bringing it, and now they don't get the nice ale.
Well, we know where it is. Oh wait, yeah,
Yeah.
we can go get the ale. What are you talking
I
about?
will
It's
say,
3 hours flying.
I will say when you like heard the giant pop back into existence, you did hear the smashing of what sounded like a cart.
Yes.
In his rage, he smashed it.
Well, we don't know where it is. It's in the world.
I'm so fucking mad.
Yeah, the giant smashed it. You guys should all hate giants now. That's what you should get out of this. They're all bad. They all destroy ale. It was meant for you.
So what is the plan? You said you were gonna consider sending the worm to attack the.
I think we should wait a little bit.
Okay.
They're just gonna attack us like first thing in the morning. We want the hand, so like we send the worm when we're also going to attack. The worm is not gonna attack us, so it can go and then we can go right behind it. So there's not a between attacks. We can just
Fair.
dig a hole and we can go in it.
You also.
True, he could just...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say you also have the imp that you haven't interrogated yet.
Oh yeah, but none of us speak Fiendish. Or Infernal or Abyssal or whatever he speaks.
No one has like comprehend language or tongues or whatever.
Helios, I think, does.
I have the one way, whatever it was.
How many days has the worm been gassed for?
At this point, it's been a couple weeks,
It's
Okay.
it's close.
so you have maybe a week or two left. You know.
Yeah.
We're
fine.
just gonna let Adau off with say everything's okay.
Yes!
No, he had to tell Riley that the ale was lost. That alone should be enough of a punishment.
Riley is a little pissed that there's no good ale
Yeah.
coming.
We didn't get him. Alright.
We might have some ale here that is like in the secret stash.
Let's just say from now on I know who I'm sending to. Okay. So.
Thank you. Okay, at least this was a learning experience. We made progress.
So yeah. So do you guys have any way to talk to fiends?
I gain the ability to make my speech intelligible to any creature.
Okay.
Understand you for 1 hour. That's.
Okay.
I can't understand it back.
Actually, I think.
That being said, I did have like 2 casks of Dwarven Fire Whiskey I bought a million sessions ago.
Yeah.
They've been kind of floating around.
Hold
Yeah,
on. The
pass out
imp.
a
I
spot
think
for
actually
everybody.
imps might have telepathy. Hold on.
No, don't you have like a telepathy thing?
Oh no, they don't. You know what? Okay.
I am telepathic.
I will
yes.
say. Oh yeah, you could talk with it telepathically then.
Does that work with language? Wow.
Yeah, as long as it. I think telepathy basically is like it is like its own language that only one of the parties needs to be able to know to initiate.
Huh.
That. Maybe.
Yeah. So.
I think. Yeah, they're in a language I know, and they have to understand the language. And it can't it can't respond to me
Okay.
telepathically
So I
unless
guess
it
that
also
wouldn't
is telepathic.
really. The thing is, this thing does know a little bit of like dwarvish, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably get exactly what we need across
Yeah.
and back.
So I would say you guys can communicate with it enough. So we'll say probably that like for this this whole time of like the past day of this little side journey, you know, we'll say that you had people in the castle that were working on trying to like break down its barriers and get it to talk. Only now, after a full day, basically, is it willing to talk because fiends do actually get hungry. When they're in this world, at least, and they it wants like meat and stuff. It's like meat.
Well, it has brownies.
So if you guys want to talk to the MP cam,
Yeah.
This is just like a staring contest between a Adau and the imp, though. It's just like.
Yeah, we're just there. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, we'll say this is later. This is the same night after you guys get back.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose I'll walk up to the imp,
Okay.
and I'll say to it via brain. I'm gonna ask you some questions. You're gonna answer them truthfully.
Or what?
There is no or what. Make your save, asshat. No. No. Yeah, he's gonna tell me the truth, and I'm gonna kill him, but I'm not gonna kill him yet.
Yeah, and you're not gonna tell him that. I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, probably not. I mean, not like he has any choice because Zone of Truth. But
well, I mean, like, let me roll. He actually
Wow, he made it.
succeeds.
fair enough.
You gotta
Okay,
just
well,
cast it again.
I can just cast it again. I guess. I mean, that's kind of gamey, but I guess it's a spell slot every time. So yeah. Does he have advantage?
He does, yeah, because
because magic. Yeah, and he
Yeah.
made it.
Can I wait? Stop.
sure.
Oh yeah, you know what? Okay, no, yeah,
Hold
you.
on, stop.
Helios could have been like, just
I'm
it could
selling words.
for something
You
like
kept looking.
for something like an imp. It could even just be like a thing to just scare it. Yeah, sure, and you can roll a die.
Would that count? Would that be unsettling words or like a formant or like a?
That counts, yeah.
Wow.
That
Okay.
counts.
So that would be 1 bardic inspiration down.
Are we gonna do that for the first one or the second one?
I mean,
Because it's
realistically,
guaranteed to succeed if you
Would it
do
be
it the
fair to
second
roll
casting.
again? It's like I just gave it to him now. I don't know how that would work.
yeah, just roll
No,
a
yeah.
D. Just roll a D10 or whatever. So, we'll say this was for the first one, so you can save that slot. Okay, never mind. You would have had to do it again anyways.
Yeah, so I had to do it again. But
So
then
it doesn't matter though.
I
So
gotta see it. It's like.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so it takes a couple tries, and finally the thing is like, and telepathically it tells you it's like I hate you, which you know is the truth. So hey,
Yeah.
progress.
True. Yeah, and I hate you and your kind is a stain to be wiped from the face of this earth. And you're going to tell me exactly how many of each kind of devil there are, and everything else, any other being that would harm us, in Austergard there are currently.
No. I don't
No?
want. I don't want to.
Okay, sorry. How many are there? how many of each type? I'm not gonna say flowery language that allows him to give leeway like that.
It
Or let's say I don't want to
it
answer.
just keeps its mouth shut.
Well, all right, we're gonna do
The thing
funny,
is, the thing is, like, Zone of Truth doesn't force people to speak. It just forces that whatever you do speak needs to be the truth.
yeah, it has to be the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, we're gonna do it the CIA way.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, you gotta probe its mind. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah. And so it's like, and so you can probe its mind, and then you basically just ask the same question, and then it's whether it wants to or not, it's gonna subconsciously think of the answers, and then you can You're gonna have to make a check for this, or what is it? It needs to make a check.
Yeah, it'll have to make a whiz save, I think, or no, wait. Where is it?
Yeah, wisdom save.
Whiz save.
Intelligence?
Bro, and it does it again. Hey, Helios. you wanna?
Helios
Picking
can
up
do-
all my bardics.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it says like one more, right?
If I have 3,
Yeah.
and using them after the fact feels odd.
Yeah, we're gonna use 2, so
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Can we use it after
I mean, I've
the
used two,
results
I-
have known?
I
Or
would
do we have
say
to-
I think it makes sense. It basically, if you're interrogating this thing and you're like probing its mind, you can see it's resisting, and Adau kind of gives you a nod, like I need a little bit of help with this, and Helios
I
just
give
goes like,
you
"Ah!" like
another
just
one.
yeah.
I have 2 left,
Okay.
so save
Okay, we shouldn't need any more after this.
So roll a d10.
get to sleep.
Barely got it.
Cool.
Jeez, close.
But yeah, because now it's a 16, which doesn't succeed. So it's like, and yeah, you push your way into this thing's mind. You can sense its fear. It does not want to die. But you also can feel out the information that it's hiding. In terms of types of devils, there are a lot, is the answer. It doesn't actually know. It wasn't ever like a lieutenant or anything. It doesn't
Do you
have
know
any...
anything about Zilks? Like
Hundreds,
where-
thousands.
Probably,
Just dozens?
probably in the realm of several dozen, but also probably dozens, if not 100 or 200 goblins.
Oh, right.
Okay. How many great, medium to great, think of your commanding officers. Think
Yeah,
of
yes.
your, higher ups.
Yeah, I would tell you.
Zilks.
Hold on, let me go look at my notes, and actually, I'll write some of this stuff out because some of this I have, some of this I don't. It would say that there are 3 bone devils, which are the big lieutenants. As well as a... Okay, hold on. I actually gotta go look now at the... Hold on. I gotta go look at the list of fiends. BB. Okay, why? Hold on, my browser is frozen.
Friggin' bonies.
Why is this thing not... What the hell? Hold on, sorry, this thing is literally not... Oh, that's why. I'm an idiot, that's why.
I didn't want to say it, but...
Hold on, manage sources, I just want... No, I don't want that, I don't want that. I gotta remember the list of all the fucking types of fiends. Okay, it would tell you that there's also a... oh yeah, these things. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It would tell you that. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta write this down. It would tell you. So there's like 3 bone devils, which are kind of like the middle tier lieutenants. I should wait. Is this one even a devil or is this a demon? God damn it! It doesn't split them up by devil or demon. God damn, this is a demon. Never mind.
So there aren't demons in. It's only devils.
It's only devils.
They
hate each other with a burning passion. Yeah, they. Yeah. Okay. Is that not? Okay. Is it? Hold on. Is this one a devil? I have to like look up for each of this thing I'm using to list them all. This one's got to be a devil, right? Yeah, this one is a devil. It would tell you that there are 3 bone devils. It would also tell you that there is. It would say, what's the archdevil's name? I can't even remember. I literally gave him a name.
Zilks.
Yeah, Zilks. So besides Zilks, it would say. There's also Zilks' concubine. She's not the type you'd like to run into unless you like chains.
She
I think Adau's got that.
Yeah. You don't know what Adau's into.
Yeah, Riz Master.
Has he seen her in person, or does he just heard about it?
He's like, oh, she's a deadly smoking killer.
Okay. Interesting.
She runs almost everything that he doesn't. And then there's the other one, his right hand man, the horned one.
Man.
The horned one?
Yeah, which doesn't help because they pretty much all have horns.
Yeah.
But there is a devil called literally a horned devil, and you would know that is a kind of middle tier one as well.
Okay. Interesting.
And he's like, oh, and then, I mean, you were asking about the stuff in the keep, but there's also the other one.
Yeah. Any fiends or goblins, or if you have an orc, one singular because they're not really around here. Demons, other undesirables, or completely desirables because you're a devil and you like them.
There's the. You actually hear it. So at this point, he's kind of cooperating with you because he realizes you're taking the information anyways. At least if he says it, he can give his own spin on it. He's like, no, that's about it. But then in his head, because you're still hearing his thoughts, you hear him say, I'm not going to tell them about the deep one.
Man, if only there was somebody who could tell us about, I don't know, a fabled deep one, perhaps.
He's like, what?
We'd really
How do you
admire
know?
that person. What? You've heard of him? Or it?
And then he realizes that it's been
really
duped
great.
and that you're still listening to its thoughts because it thought you stopped. It's like, ah! It's like, and you actually hear its thoughts now about the deep one. It doesn't know much about the deep one. It hasn't ever seen it in person. It's only seen its lieutenant. And its lieutenant was, in his thoughts, he basically describes it as a frogman.
Interesting.
A nasty frogman. And the deep one never leaves his pool. The deep one in the caves below, in the old mines. And you hear the imp kind of remembering the rumors he heard from other imps and stuff, which is that supposedly this deep one made a deal with Zilks that it would reside here and guard the lower levels in return for sacrifices occasionally.
Guarding the lower levels from what, though?
Anything. Worms, like the one I heard out there.
That wasn't a worm. That was my mother. Bonk. No. No, okay. So, alright, that sounds way too much for us to handle. That's great. What do you think? What do you guys think I should ask it? Anything else?
No, anything.
Where's the money? Where does Zilks keep the hat?
What does Zilks look like? Just like describe Zilks.
Yep.
That is a good question. Let me see. Do I have a picture?
You did send us a picture of a greater or an archdevil, I think. But
Yeah.
Of Zilks himself. What does his hat look like? Was he wearing anything cool?
Well, I think I should do. Oh, let me look. I think I actually have a picture. I know I have one somewhere. Hold on. I mean, you could also ask, like, this thing, you can actually hear its thoughts being like, oh god, please don't let them ask me where Zilks resides. This thing's not the smartest of imps, you know.
No. Yeah. Okay. So let's hit him with all three of those questions. Hat. Like, what is? It pictures Zilks. Pictures Zilks's residence, where specifically in Austergard he resides, and where are all the? I hesitate to say winnings. Where is all of the loot that they have gotten by killing and pillaging the countryside, if it isn't distributed amongst the devils? Which, of course, why would it be? Because they're insanely hierarchical.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the question? Okay, the loot, the helm.
Yeah,
Satan's hat.
Does Zilks wear the helm, or where is it if he doesn't, and where he lives?
Zilks does wear the helm at all times. He resides in the old dwarven keep. He has styled it as a devil, but basically took over and has a luxurious residence there. And the imp gives you the imp. You can tell he's like, oh, he throws great parties. The orgies are the stuff to die for.
How many die in each orgy, would you say?
You know, depends on how good of an orgy it is.
If you gotta
like
go,
a mid one, like a B tier orgy.
I don't know, maybe a dozen sacrifices.
Damn, that sounds pretty awesome.
So it's an old dwarven palace that's been completely turned into a devil site of debauchery and luxury, for what devils consider luxury.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, him and his concubine will host the parties.
All right, and where does he keep his loot? In the vault below, like his bedroom or something, like in Gabagard.
In the bedroom. I've only been in
Probably
once.
in the bedroom.
He's got piles of it all around, like a dragon almost. Like a dragon could hope to match him.
You should have told Kasaria that there's this other guy just chilling up here doing dragon things. Then Kasaria could have dealt with it.
And by the way, as he kind of is like imagining his ruler, you can tell this imp like really admires Zilks, wants to be like him in the future. But you, this is what he looks like, by the way. Hold
it's a fantastic picture.
Except he's like 12 feet tall.
You have that picture in game, like a book about it, or you know.
Damn loincloth.
Yeah. So, except I guess he's not wearing the helm, but it would just be like it'd be like Sauron's helm on top of that, you know.
Okay. Alrighty. Fuck. What was that? I had something else, and it was actually a good question. Oh, if we were to pledge our service to him, would he accept?
Maybe. Actually, yeah, maybe.
What the hell kind of cleric are you?
Anyway,
Who
see,
says you can't entertain
There's
a
no
apostasy?
gods.
right,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, you're gonna be that meat now or what?
Do you guys have anything else?
He's earned a piece.
He's earned a piece?
I think we're good. Yeah, because I mean, we'll scry anyway, but if we know what he looks like, roughly where he is, that really aids us for teleporting. It makes us,
It
like,
does.
at least viewed once or seen cat or something. It bumps up chances.
True. Yeah.
Talvo was not there. He's off in his room pouting. He's pissed off about that whole giant situation.
Do you have anything else for the imp, Bree?
Not really.
No. We'll give him a little morsel of meat, I guess.
Okay. He's like,
Yeah. And then, guys, I have a kind of a funny way, if a little sadistic, to get rid of him.
I know.
So I have this potion of growth, and he's in a cage.
oh god.
What? No.
Yeah.
Alright.
You're gonna Play-Doh him?
You'd be wasting the
Fun
potion
to
of
play
growth.
with, not to eat.
You'd waste the potion.
No, well, it's not. It's one of the defective ones. It's one of the ones that,
Oh, that's true.
Enchanter sold us.
Yeah, do you really trust it?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to use this in a
It could
situation
end up
where I
being
need it.
good and then fuck us over.
That's true. Fine. I'll just take my mace and I'll just bonk him.
Okay. Yeah, you kill him.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I helped you. Ah!
We didn't help us. You didn't help us.
Yeah, we gave him meat.
He isn't.
Yeah,
He
and
also
then he
tried to
just,
kill us in our sleep. So.
and he just turns to
Also
ash.
true.
So yeah, it's actually about this point in time when Rockheel would actually come into this area and be like, "I think you all should come see this." And he
I
would
think
lead-
we all should go see that.
Yeah, he's gonna lead you guys to
It's right
the
behind
roof
us.
of the tower, along with Talvo, unless Talvo really wants his space. He's gonna take you guys to the top of the castle, like the top of the keep. And Rakiel pulls out something that you didn't know he had, which is a spyglass. A spyglass, a very small one, but a spyglass nonetheless. And he looks down through it at the entrance to Austergard. And then he hands it off to you guys.
What do we see?
Yeah, so what you see, you can take turns seeing, but what you see is that there's like more fortifications being built currently. Like there's a lot of actually fiends and goblins, mostly goblins, doing a bunch of lifting of
They're
stone.
all on the outside.
A lot of them are, yeah, are on the outside. But
On the
then
inside.
you also see commanding it is a fiend that you haven't seen before. It's the Bone Devil is also there, but you also see what you presume to be Zilx's concubine. Which hold on, I think I had a token here.
Now, seducer.
And
You are a bard.
hold on.
But you have the Riz.
True.
Hold on.
I have 20 charisma. I have the riz.
So
Did you use it all
see,
to buy the ale?
she is actually like floating with wings flapping in the air, directing all the efforts. Clearly, she is taking charge, as she literally has a light, a like blue glowing whip that she is literally cracking over the heads of the goblinoids, and she's in full battle armor. But even through the spyglass, you can tell that she definitely has certain features, if you know what I mean. But yeah, there is a devil lady.
Wow. She doesn't have a name. It's just Zilx's
I
concubine.
mean, you don't know her name yet. She might have a name, you know. You didn't ask him for the names of all the devils.
Is that a stock picture or commissioned?
This is from the monster manual of a specific
Oh, okay.
monster. Yeah. So she is And she is clearly a bad bitch, we would say. No, she is clearly very much the one in charge there, and she is like cracking the whip over the heads of everyone.
Interesting. Well,
she stands about like 7 or 8 feet tall. Looks like she's just slightly bigger than a human, but
That's bigger than me.
then you notice something else, which is that she takes a break every few seconds, or like after like maybe 30 seconds of directing work down below. She stows the whip on her belt. She also has that sword that you can see in the picture. And she kind of like again flaps her wings and flies over to like the hillside next to the entrance and starts talking to something there. And you see what it is. It's a frost giant with a big ass hammer. And they're just chatting it up.
Everything's
no,
fine, guys.
go
Don't worry
ahead.
about it. No, it's like super cool. Like, we're having a great night. Like, don't worry about it. Like, nothing bad is happening at all.
we literally can't win. That's not a
That is
fight
exactly
that we.
what you told me after Adau. Give me the spyglass.
Wait, what?
Oh fuck. I was like, oh, it's fine. Don't look. Don't. It's okay. We're good.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, so you all see that the frost giant Britnir, which before Adau was the only one to really get a good look at it. Now you all can see that this thing looks like an elite frost giant trained in the art of war.
Demons working with the frost giant, who's working with the black wolf, and that's not even all. I don't know. That's just. Okay, guys. Well, we definitely cannot. It's impossible to fight this particular group of devils. We will die. It is not. It is a certainty. So we'll have to do it stealthily and kill Zilks without anyone else knowing. I think. Just because. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 medium to greater devils. All of which individually are more powerful than we are. So I don't know what you wanted us to do.
I think we're gonna be teleporting into that.
I mean, you have a purple worm. I will say that.
We do have a purple worm.
But if we send it now, we are gonna have to go now because they're gonna be like, oh.
You
what's
also
this?
have a
Oh, no.
castle full of over 100 warriors with silvered arrows if needed. They can silver their arrows and ballista.
Yeah, we have ballista. We have wyvern poison as well.
Yeah, well,
all devils are immune to poison.
Yeah, pretty much all devils are immune to poison. So.
Why would Talvo ever know that?
Because it's become a
But hey,
problem.
Like,
the frost giant probably not immune to poison.
That's true. That is true. And we do have actually never mind. We have the spears of dragon slaying, and we have Talvo has the arrows of demon or devil
2 arrows
fiend
of
slaying.
fiend slaying.
Yes.
Mhm.
How many do you have? You have 3.
Just 2.
Or is it just 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. So.
We could. I don't know.
Is our I mean, I don't need the rest. You just used several banishments.
Yeah, no, I can't. My spells are all gone.
I will say, Helios, you did, when you were looking up information about this place, you did find out that there are 2 entrances into it. There's the main one, and then there was a back entrance that is rumored to still be open. Although also probably still guarded, right? But maybe not as heavily.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a worm, so we could also just make a third.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I think we should have the worm just obliterate the walls and kill like dozens of goblins all at once while we teleport in.
Yeah,
And then we have the
should do that
castle
3
fire
times.
upon the entrance with the ballista.
Yeah, so like that all has to happen together, so that way there's not a lag between.
Yeah.
No.
But then, of course, if it doesn't work and we can't teleport in, like it fails, then rip.
Yeah.
I think we'll just deal with it as it goes.
Yeah. Well, first we should
So
scry.
we can we can teleportation circle out, I believe, without fail. It's just we need the time to do it, which is the problem.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's definitely
It's the
better to
teleport
risk
in
the
that
scroll
is-
going in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, so
I think that while I'm gonna go off to rest, and I think this is when scrying should take place.
yeah.
Yes.
Let me tell you what, we haven't taken a break. We're about to probably wrap up soon. Let's take I'm gonna go grab a drink. Let's take a 1 or 2 minute break, and then we'll scry and talk a little more, and then probably wrap up for the night. So let's go
Sure.
a little. Yeah.
Gonna say the
I'm not even gonna bother you in stream. You guys can just hang out and talk to chat and do a sound effect.
Remember onto the bathroom.
Yeah.
Do a sound effect.
Yeah.
Before you go, can I see the text
Hey
for the
Panaha,
teleportation circle?
how does poetry have so
Here,
many
I'll
Peggle
do it. I have
world
Yeah, if you can
records?
put it in there.
Because I let him.
Yeah, we'll be right back. I'll put us on the
No one
overlay,
has
but
categories which I do not play.
I think I can commune with the magic itself, I guess. I'd have to wait until the morning, but then he can tell, like, we might be able to gain some insight as to the best way in.
Well,
I've
my
had a
idea.
spell that's like that as well. Mine is Commune with Nature, that allows me to learn about just like an area. If there's
Yeah.
anything you want to know about that.
That could work.
This isn't gonna work. My idea was just like we teleport like, a bunch of guys, not just us, all at once. But
That might be a one-way trip.
Oh yeah, teleportation circle. Yeah, if we did that, we'd get a ton of them killed for sure. But if we were to use the teleport scroll, we could teleport us, Riley, Shot, Rockheel, and one other person. Because that's 8 people. No, 9 people. But also that's one way. And Shot needs to be there to teleport us out in case we need it.
Shot needs to stay back at the castle.
Yeah.
Teleportation circle is small, it's only 10 feet, so if we bring a lot of people in, we can't get them back out.
I mean, we don't need to get them back out if we win.
We're gonna get the hat and then we're gonna be fucked after that, so we need to zoom.
Yeah, this
Have
is
as many
why.
people on the castle because once we get out, like once we get the hat and stuff, we are going to the plan is to teleport circle back to Kerbach City. That might fuck up and we're gonna have to like run out like the back of the or something and get to the castle somehow amidst it all. This is gonna be interesting.
Okay. I am returned.
Hello.
Look back.
Okay, so scrying. What's the deal with that?
Guidance shot or something because scrying is rough.
Okay. So yeah, so Shot is gonna cast
now-
it, and this is another one of those things where normally he can only you can only cast it on yourself. He's gonna do a special version. Oh, are you also gonna do commune, Adau?
I can't until the morning. Britsha can commune with nature, though.
Yeah.
I
Are we
mean,
gonna
we-
rest before we do anything tomorrow morning?
I'm
We have to.
assuming, yeah. Otherwise, you won't have a lot
Okay,
of stuff.
I'm gonna inspire Shot then
Okay, so you're gonna inspire
because
Shot.
scrying is a rough save.
Yeah, well, actually, he's basically gonna cast it through you, so it'll be you rolling, so you can use it. I mean, actually,
Yeah.
in this case, normally you can't use it on yourself at this level, but I'll let it work this time because it is him through you, so it's like a joint effort. So you look in the mirror. You set up the mirror on a wall. Say, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the best bard of
Give
them
me
all?
torture, cock and ball.
Yeah. And it takes 10 minutes to cast. It's a while. As you're kind of chanting and like actually fiddling on the instrument and to accompany Shot, Shot would be doing the chanting. You'd be giving him an accompaniment, right? It's a group effort. And then as the spell is cast, you're trying to cast it on Zilks himself? Or are you trying to cast, because you can, it can be...
We want Zilk's room, I think, might be better.
Yeah, or actually, no, it has to be, it has to be creature, so it would have to be Zilks then.
Says,
Yeah.
instead of targeting a creature, you can choose location you've seen.
Oh,
you've
yeah,
seen
you're right.
before, never mind.
Mhm.
It has to be seen before, so it probably wouldn't work. Never mind, so we have to do Zilks.
You're right, yeah. So you do Zilks. So as Helios does this, you guys are all here with him. This is like late at night now, but you're doing these preparations. You're like, we don't know how much time we have before they launch another attack, right?
Yep.
Helios's eyes roll back into the back of his head as he's sitting here. And go ahead and make... Alright, he's going to make a save. Yeah.
Yeah. So is it like me rolling against this save or what?
No, so he just rolls against your DC.
So I can't inspire myself to help.
No.
Alright, let me just boost that bardic back up then.
Yeah, I just realized that. What is your...
Nothing I can do to help here.
What is your DC?
For what?
Well, I think the DC is
Spell
determined
save
entirely
DC?
by the spell, right?
I'll
What?
save
Oh,
DC
modified
16.
by. Okay.
Yeah, so it's DC 16, which is then going to be modified. Knowledge save modifier. Hold on. Target moves. Their roll will be modified by this. So, let's see. Knowledge save modifier is going to be second hand. You've only heard of the target.
It's +5.
So he's a +5 to his roll.
21.
No, so that's the opposite. So it's +5 for him.
Oh.
So he only needs to roll 5 less. I'll be nice, and I'll say that you have a likeness of him. You have a picture, a little sketch.
That's why I was asking for the pictures and everything.
Exactly. You had
Yeah.
a sketch drawn in the war journal. You definitely don't have any part of his body or garment, though. So it'll be -2, so it's a +3. So he has a +3 to whatever he rolls. Let me just look at what his roll is.
This man's gonna ding a 20.
And it's what is it? What is the save? It is a wisdom saving throw. So wisdom of this boy is it's possible that he fails. So I'm just gonna add to his normal. So he's gonna have his normal D20 plus his normal modifier plus another 3 because of the fact that you don't know him. So I'm going to add that all together myself and then just roll it as 1. And he has advantage on it because he's a fiend. So it will be... Yeah, he rolls a 30 and a 31. So yeah, he saves.
What the fuck?
He does not. Yeah, I don't think you can see him.
Yeah.
However, you know what? There is a part of Scrying which says... If a target knows you're casting the spell, it can fail voluntarily if it wants to be observed.
Can he fucking see us?
Oh no!
He knows that we're casting.
He's gonna show us his orgy.
You're not sure.
He just
You're not
shows
sure.
him laying pipe.
Oh my god. You're not sure why it works, but it does work, Helios. All of a sudden, you see, as if you were like a CCTV camera, because the way it works is that you basically become, your vision goes into like a small invisible orb that floats through the air. And you are now inside this orb looking out, almost like you're inside of a snow globe, inside of his palace room, his bedroom actually, which is, yeah, it looks like it was a dwarven, like, royal chambers, like, bedroom that has been turned into like a sex dungeon, like devil pit for the pit fiend. See,
Can you hear us?
there is sitting there is Zilks laying back in his bed with his arms around a couple of succubi. Actually, it's pretty easy to tell what they are. There's a couple of shape-shifting like weird succubi who are actually like changing forms as you come into the room. They actually because they can like shapeshift into. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Actually, they were like one of them looked like a human and one of them looked like a dwarf. But as he lets you watch him, he says go, and they shapeshift back into their true devil forms and flap away with wings, with these like devil bat wings, right? He had company. You interrupted him. But he wasn't laying pipe actively, so you're good. But he is sitting, nice. And so he is laying back on his bed, just a loincloth covering him, and he looks up straight at where your invisible sensor is. Because here's the thing, greater devils can literally, first off, you knew you're casting it somehow again, chose to fail. But more than that, he has true sight. He can see invisible things. So he sees you, and he looks right. It's like he's looking into your soul, Helios. And he says, he actually will just hop out of bed with a big thud. And you're seeing and hearing as if you were here in this room. And he just starts pacing. And he looks at you, Helios, and says, you think you're clever. This would be in common. Actually, no. Yeah, it'd be common, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he's just speaking gibberish to me.
Unfortunately, you can't really respond, but he says, you think you're being clever. You and your friends. I'm not even going to have to move from my chambers here to smush you under my feet like bugs. My forces will decimate you before you reach my walls.
Can't do anything. I'm gonna listen. I'm just like,
you can. What I will say is, you. In the meanwhile, you could be looking around at his room here.
Yeah, I'm gonna like glance around, like try to like get in as many details as I can to this place.
Roll me a perception check. I'll give you advantage on this too, because you're taking your whole time here. So yeah, so he kind of like just kind of is talking down you, and he basically says like I don't even care that you see me here, because you're insignificant to me.
We've been to a dwarven keep before. Yeah. Would we have a rough idea of where the keep would be like normally situated?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean normally they're gonna be like towards the center of a mountain, if they're in a mountain, which this one is.
That'll help us with teleportation, familiarity.
Send the worm.
No,
and,
we want the loot.
But yeah, so Helios, you can see, you get a
really worried about that. The loot is secondary. We want the hat.
You get a good look at his. You get a good look at the surroundings here. Here's what I'd say.
Him.
The information you got from the imp, it was the imp's best knowledge. He isn't actually wearing the helm right now. The imp thought he always did, but to be fair, the imp is not like one of his concubines.
As far as we know.
You actually see the helm. You see the helm sitting on like a nightstand, basically. Sorry, guys, gotta take off my helm. You see,
stays on there.
You see the helm sitting there. I'm imagining the helm looks like
Crown from the SpongeBob movie.
The what?
Crown from the SpongeBob movie.
I don't think I remember what that. No, it looks like. Okay. I'm imagining it looks like from Thor Ragnarok, Surtur, like the helm that Surtur, the fire giant, has, where it's basically just like a crown almost. It's not really like a full helmet, right? But it kind of goes over his horns and stuff.
Here he is. Here's Zilks.
So, but yeah, so anyways, and that is sitting off to one side. As well as in this room, there is a shit ton of other loot. Like I was saying, most of it not really like super crazy looking, but some of it is like you can see some weapons that are clearly enchanted and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so
Is that what I was
he
thinking?
kind of just talking down to you as if you were like just below him. And he literally said you're below him. But you're just kind of ignoring him, I'm assuming, and just studying instead.
Because I can't really. I can only see what it's there, so I can't like sense anything outside like the room or the
Exactly.
tent or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. So and then he kind of like sits there and he's like, if you and your castle turn around now, maybe I'll let you live. But
Can I do something silly? Wait, do you, Adau or Bree, do you have like a pathfinding thing? What's the thing that we used to escape the cave last time?
That was Bree.
Yeah.
Is there a way, since I'm like paneled through here, are they able to like, somehow tap into like the same sensor?
No.
Like you? Okay, never mind.
There are ways to that, but you don't have access to them.
Got it. Never mind. Okay.
So.
I
You
need like a
guys,
separate perception roll to be like, I recognize this from another dwarven keep, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of like.
yeah, sure.
I think like what I could do.
That would be more like an investigation. That'll be normal. Do like a normal investigation roll. Because that's intelligence based, I would say. Nah, unfortunately, it's just like there is similarity in architectural style. You're pretty sure if you had to guess, like there's a couple doors leading this place. You're pretty sure like, oh, that one's probably the one that leads out to the main like hall, stuff like that. But that doesn't help you know where that is in location to in relation to everything else. At this point, he seems like he's a little just annoyed. He's like, now leave me be with my women. And he literally just shoves a hand out and he's going to dispel the magic. Which technically is not a guarantee.
Magic, that is noted.
Technically, actually, wait, does he have a high enough spell level? I'm pretty sure the answer is yes, but let's look. Can he do this with just one of his spell slots? He does have spells, right? Hold on, let me see. No, he doesn't.
Furious scrolling.
No, okay, he's gonna have to make a check, so maybe he'll embarrass himself.
Okay. I counterspell through this. That'd be funny.
No, you can't do that. Your body is not there, just your senses. Where is okay? It's gonna be. Hold on, sorry. Yeah, he only
Can
has a.
talk to him. I have sending. I'm familiar with him now. Hold
Now
on.
you are. He only has a plus 13. He's probably gonna fail. Yeah, no, he dispels your magic.
Jeez, fuck.
Yeah.
Plus 13.
Yeah.
Okay, but I can sending to him now. We can fuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He knows me too, so it'll work.
Yeah.
But how would we reasonably do that?
So yeah, so when this
channel
happens,
now.
by the way, he dispels the magic, and Helios all of a sudden goes like, zoom, his eyes roll back forward, and he's like, oh.
Not friendly.
Yeah. Sorry, there's someone's like knocking above me and something. Anyways, yeah, I will say though. Because of the fact that you spent a good bit of time studying this thing, and you sorry, okay, it was like this, I think it's the washing machine somewhere up above, like, was off balance. Anyways,
Washed.
what I would say, for the teleportation spell, the way it works, by the way, if you're still planning on doing that plan, if you teleport into somewhere, if you're teleporting to somewhere you've never been, there's different tiers of how likely you are to make it there without mishaps firing.
Yeah.
And you have gone up from having only a description to now, I'm going to say you now have seen it casually. Instead of just viewed once, even though you literally only viewed it once, I'm going to give you the next tier because you spent the time to really study it with this in mind.
25% better chance not to fuck up.
Exactly. Much better chance not to completely fuck up and send you guys into the wrong spot in the mountain and telefrag you like Spelunky. Anyways, so
I have a nasty plan.
So you guys,
we have to wait. We have to wait to Yeah, this is funny. All right, so with scrying, it says on a successful save, you can't use the spell again within 24 hours.
yeah, well, he
failed
he
save.
chose to fail. Yeah.
was a failed save. So we can scry again, which, as long as I can see it when I would have to cast a spell. If I'm under the scrying from somebody else, can I cast a spell?
No.
Or I guess, would I be able
No.
to? No? Fuck, never mind. How would you be able to
Here's what I
teleport
will
somewhere you
say,
can
though.
see?
Here's what I will say. Now that you've seen his room, you can have that be the target of the spell. You don't actually have to cast it on him again.
Yeah.
So you can look at it again if you really want. There is also technically... I will say, there is something that you can do that my players of my other game have done. I really shouldn't...
Magic boost.
I really shouldn't tell you this, but... Okay, so...
Because we're gonna do it.
So teleport teleports you and up to 8 creatures to a place that you can see.
Yeah.
Technically, you can cast teleport while you're scrying actively.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Okay, yeah.
So like shot scry that has channel scry through me again. I can see the room, and then I teleport scroll while I see it.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, I misinterpreted. Like I was thinking you wanted to like target him with the spell.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah,
If you want to target you all with your spell to teleport to that spot while you're seeing it, then that would give you
that's almost a what? That's very familiar.
That is very familiar. That would be the highest tier of
a
likelihood.
Yeah. Which is the 5% chance of a mishap, which is possible.
So basically, if you do this, if you prepare for like whenever you want to launch your assault, if you prepare and have Shot cast this on you, Helios can be seeing the room actively, even if it's just for a second. Then he casts teleport while his eyes are rolled back, like he's holding onto your shoulder. Cast a spell, you guys teleport into the room. That can actually work, potentially.
And because we're scrying a room, it doesn't have to save? Or how would that work?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Stupid enough to work.
Did devils sleep?
No, I don't think they really need to, no.
Okay.
Maybe they do, maybe they do.
Well, okay. I think we could theoretically make this work. You scry, we teleport, I banish, while he's not wearing the helmet. Except that time, I don't know. I can't tell how that would work though, because he's not native to this plane. Can he get back? Will it just kill him?
That is where you're pretty sure it would do what you were saying earlier, which is that since he isn't native, if you kept it going for a minute, it would probably have him. He would probably.
We could do this right now. We could do this right now. He's alone in his room.
Well, but Adau doesn't have any of his spell slots, so we wouldn't be able to banish him.
Yeah.
So if you were to do that though,
I have a thing to regain a spell slot.
Well, I mean that's assuming you think you'll. That's assuming you think he'll fail.
How many banishments do you have left?
Yeah, how many banish?
That's true. Yeah, no, he definitely won't fail.
Banishment, which is rough.
Yeah.
So to answer your question though, Adau, if you do manage to keep him banished for a minute, he will be permanently gone, or at least gone until he can find his way back from wherever he will be. Which would be, it wouldn't be his original plane of existence because of the fact that everything's cut off here. It would probably be like a demi-plane, like you were saying.
Okay. The red room.
Yeah.
The red, what is it called? Not red room.
The back rooms?
No, the red, red reality?
The red
Red
rocket.
reality. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The red reality is an SCP.
Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, so what's the plan? Hit me with it.
I think that could be a plan.
that is game changing. The fact that we can just like teleport in through the scry to his room.
Because so you can say like, hey, you're stupid and dumb, and also you're a bad devil, and your dick is small, and then he'll get minus a D10 to his roll.
Thanks, Panaha.
Is there anything there?
Then you're gonna try to banish him while you guys are grabbing the hat.
I could also.
While you guys are grabbing the hat, Tell me, go ahead.
I could also like panache him and just run away. If he doesn't attack me, he has disadvantage.
Good, yeah, use your charisma. Okay, so here's the thing.
We don't want to fight him. I just want to
Banishment?
reduce his saving throw so that we can banish him.
Well,
Exactly.
Talvo was saying
So,
if
yeah.
it goes wrong, he can like maybe lure him away
Oh.
and run from it.
Yeah.
So banishment first. So okay, insult, banishment, failed, panache. While you guys are doing that, I'm like teleport circling, which takes 10 minutes. So I have to be like not visible. I don't know who. Bree, find the hat, and we all convene and poof back to Korbach. I send to the castle. Castle teleports with us. In out 10-minute adventure. Surely
You
won't
guys,
go wrong.
you guys know,
We're all gonna die.
and you
We're all
guys,
gonna die.
and you guys know
I'm gonna
Matt
die.
Colville.
Yeah.
So Matt Colville does a lot of games, running the game videos, which are about running D&D from a DM's perspective, which have helped me a lot in my years of DMing. And there's this thing called the famous Colvillian screw. The Colvillian screw, which is well, I won't. I'll tell you about it if it becomes relevant. No worries. Don't worry about it. The Colville screw, I think it's called. But anyways.
Interesting.
Anyway, so yeah.
It's not fun when your plan incites the DM to cite an outside rule.
It's not an outside rule. It is a rule in like a philosophical sense, like Murphy's Law. Kind of like the same lines, actually. But anyways,
Anyway. So. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, I there are some spells I'll need to take, so that we can actually have a chance of doing
Also, this would have been a great time to have the Pokeball.
yeah.
Is a fiend a monster or a what?
I mean, they're a creature, which I think is just any type of creature. Although I think there is a size limit on that, anyways, that he might not fit into. Is he? No, actually, he's large. He's actually large. He's not like pit fiends are big. They're like 10 feet tall, but they're not like 20 feet tall like the biggest giants are. Like the frost giant you saw is actually bigger than Zilk's.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He's just very
It's only a
fucking
minute,
tough
though.
looking.
So. Oh, never mind. It's 24 hours. Okay.
So so right now, let me just write down tentative plan. Tentative plan is to scry into the room, teleport using scry to give a better chance.
Has to work.
Okay, when in the room, assuming Zilks is there, Adau tries to banish Zilks. Bree runs to get the crown, the helm.
Or whatever Bree wants to plan with doing. That was just kind of like, they had something.
Yeah.
If
So
you have any like earth-changing spells too.
yeah, and then Helios
What's your plan
immediately
now?
starts casting the escape spell.
Yeah, I need to get out of the wait, invisible. I can make myself invisible. Competition circle isn't concentration. So
Yeah,
I can use
that
the
is
concentration
true.
invisible.
Yep, that's
then-
true. Yeah, and invisibility goes away when you cast a spell, but it would only go away at the end of it. So like while you're casting. Although, do you remember what I said about him being able to
Yeah,
see?
he can just see you.
But other fiends
Okay,
couldn't.
so-
Other fiends wouldn't be able to. So
Yeah, but then he's gonna be like, he's over there.
yeah.
So,
So, but anyway, so Helios would immediately start casting the spell out of there with the teleport circle, and
I have another idea.
Talvo does whatever unless the banish goes bad, in which case he tries to panache and lure the devil away.
Taking specific notes so you know how to counter us. That's funny.
No, I'm just
Have an
trying
idea.
to. Does that sound about the plan?
Yeah.
And then if
there's
everything
more to this.
if everything goes well, teleport circle
Question.
out to Crewbox City. Yeah, what's up?
What kind of spellcaster is Rock? Or Shot?
A cleric. Kind of a weird
never
version
mind.
of cleric.
Never mind.
Although
Am I
he's
doing
an
again?
NPC caster, so the normal rules aren't applying fully, but yeah. What's up, Britsha?
What am I doing?
You're grabbing the crown.
Alright.
So, could
Whatever
you
you'd like
tell
to
me
do.
again what kind of devil Zilks is?
He's a pit fiend.
Pit fiend. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Would I know, like, I know we've talked about this before, but I don't remember, and I didn't ask a specific question. Are there legends of these things in battle from the days of, before the gods disappeared, that give any mention of the types of things to which it's totally immune? I know it's immune to fire damage because it's a devil.
Yeah.
I know it's probably resistant to non-magical damage, but what about conditions? Poison damage it's immune to, but can it be blinded or deafened? Can it be paralyzed?
I would say you are able to know. Roll me either history or religion or arcana. Any of those. Okay. Yeah, that's enough. The DC is not super high since you've already done research on this too. You know, I'll just tell you all of his stuff. So he is completely immune to fire and poison. Pit fiends are immune to fire and poison. Again, most fiends are immune to those things. He's also resistant to cold, so cold doesn't work. It kind of is counterintuitive because fiends, you'd think cold would work well, but no, it's the idea that they literally exude fire, and so it literally just burns away cold, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So cold is resistant for them, so that doesn't work as well. And like you said, non-magical attacks. If you don't have a magic weapon, you have to have a silver weapon, either silver or magic weapon to get any past that. As far as conditions, the thing about pit fiends is that luckily they're not actually like insanely magic focused in the sense that they aren't like really like super. They aren't like mages. They don't have like a lot of things that affect their bloodline and their bodies beyond just their being tanky and exuding fire and the poison thing. The only condition that they're immune to is the poisoned condition.
Okay.
So other than that, they can be blinded normally. Although I think True Sight might actually still work even with Blind Sight. They can be paralyzed. They can be petrified if you somehow turn them to stone. I don't know, whatever. Like they are just like fairly physically standard beyond that.
Okay.
Are you scared of any animals?
No.
Okay.
I mean, like, I
You're not
don't
scared
know.
of, like polar bears?
I don't think it would be scared of a polar bear.
Otter bear?
Okay.
Cool. So I'm gonna switch up some spells.
Okay. Yeah, so if you're gonna launch this attack, this like heist, are you gonna send the like worm at the same time to distract them at the front gate?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Worm's gonna start destroying shit at the front, and we're gonna start shooting at the bone devils and the woman.
Okay. Yeah.
with the
Shot's
ballista.
gonna stay behind with the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
Shot's
plan
gonna.
of if the castle starts to
wonderful.
fall, back to Kerbach.
Okay.
Without us, because we can teleport circle at our whim if we need to find our second way out.
Okay. Got it.
That way, like, we don't need to wait for him to be like, "Hey, leave." They'd be like, "If you need to go, go."
Yeah, exactly.
I think
Okay.
would be a smart idea. Because regardless,
All right.
we're
So-
gonna end up back in Kerbach City. Or
I'm just
dead.
gonna tell you. Hold on. I'm just telling you what I've written down. So this is what I'm hearing. The plan is send the worm to destroy the front gate and just wreak havoc as a distraction. I wrote as a destruction. I mean that too. And the castle will move in and support, but not get in like super close range. But like in range of the ballista and maybe some long arrows to get shot in. You're gonna scry into the room. You're gonna teleport into the room. Or try. You're going to then try to banish Zilks if he's in there. Bree will try to grab the helm. Helios will start casting teleportation circle at the same time. Talvo will just support in whatever way he can, and if things go bad, maybe try to distract Zilks. Then you're gonna finish teleportation circle out to Krubok City, jump through the portal into Krubok City. If the castle hasn't teleported already, you'll sending them and tell them get out of there. Does that sound correct-ish?
Yes. There's also, I might not try to banish him if he's gonna have some crazy, insane save for that, and he probably will.
Well, that's one of those things that you're just gonna have to, after the first one, you would know, like, you'd be able to, you'll basically have to try one, and then depending on how he reacts, you'd be able to know, okay, is this doomed or not, right? So.
Yeah,
Everyone
I could also
countermeasures.
Yeah, I could also. There's another spell that's more powerful, slightly. Dispel evil and good. And if I hit him with a melee attack, which is a feat in itself, of course. But if I hit him, I can attempt to drive him back to his home plane as well. And that's a different save. It's a charisma save. So is he wiser than he is charismatic? I don't know.
You would know most of the time fiends are more charismatic than they are wise. Okay. Although...
The other way around.
I'll just let you know, for this guy, they're both strong. Actually, it depends. Like, this guy... I can't tell you. Like, you would know that generally they're both charismatic and wise. Let's just say that.
Yeah, okay.
I can't tell you more than that.
Fair enough. Then I guess it's just up to Helios to tell him he's a bitch. Or something.
You want to say guidance me to insult him? Or,
yeah.
Bree, do you have your bear spirit? We could, like, just load up this insult.
I think we should try to insult him as much.
Ask the bear spirit first. We'll bring him through the circle. And then...
I can also summon a celestial. That's a thing I can do.
That'd be neat.
Yeah, but it's not very strong. It's I also need a reliquary to do that, which I don't have.
They like
so
to do that like fire.
What is a reliquary?
They pop in like water.
I think it's just like a statue type thing.
Okay, yeah.
Or a container for relics. But yeah, so I need to have one of those in like a little shrine for me to do it. But it's a 5th level spell, and I can summon an Avenger, or I'll just post it in the chat, actually.
Yeah, okay.
You can summon an Avenger?
Yeah. Oh, great. It's not in the compendium. It's Tasha's, though. So here's the link.
Bree, do you still have your Tsunami spell, or did you replace that one?
Which one?
The Tsunami one, the water.
No, I replaced that one.
Bree can
make a giant cloud of lightning.
Bree can replace that the next day, though. I will say most water spells are cold type damage, which again it's resistant to. There's no like water type damage, or it might just be bludgeoning damage, which that would work fine. But
I can make a wall of fire.
These are immune to fire.
We'll probably buff them.
Yeah.
There are some creatures that heal from fire. Most fiends don't, I'll let you know.
Wow, this is gonna be tough. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm definitely gonna... Oh, but wait. Dominate Person, I think, and Commune are my, like, subclass spells. I can't replace those.
Yeah, that might be the case.
Yeah. But I have Raised Dead, which I can replace, because I don't think I'm gonna be... Like, that's what is that, 10 days they've been dead?
Yeah, so
I can just take that, and I would revivify one of you if you die. But if somebody... Raised Dead I can use, like, 10 days down the line. Unless you get disintegrated, then I can't. So don't fight any beholders.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll replace that.
Tree is smiling.
Yeah. Mass healing word, slow, old person. No, it's... Yeah, that is generally the plan.
This is the up to no good stance.
Yeah. So is that everything? Like, do it...
Is that all?
Is that the plan?
How many
Yeah.
plants are there in the area?
I have one part
How
of the
many
plan that I
plants?
think I'm gonna keep secret. It's
Yeah.
just a
There's
small
a lot
detail
of
that
them.
could help.
There's a forest below you.
Are there like plants like inside the castle area?
Yeah, I mean small ones. Why?
Or I could like use plant growth where I can make the terrain awful and that will at least slow them down and
Constrict them.
Oh, you mean like
Yeah.
inside of his room though? No, there's no plants in there.
Do we have any potted
Okay.
plants in the castle?
Any what?
Potted plants?
I mean, yeah, you got like
Or
flowers
grass, too.
from Bree.
Yeah.
Bree has
And trees,
flowers.
probably. Yeah.
What if
Our
what
army-
if- What if Talvo carried in a potted plant and then just shattered it on the
just
floor?
throw a sack of plants on the ground.
Sure, yeah, that works. Sure. So okay, but so I want to. Well, we're gonna wrap up in a second, but I want to get to the point where this is starting, and then we're gonna leave it off on a interesting note.
Yeah. Okay.
So what is the? Is this the? Are you guys set on this plan?
I have a small part of the plan I'm gonna keep secret.
Okay.
It's
Is-
not bad. It's gonna help us.
All right. Yeah. I mean, like, I guess. You know what? Hold on. Let me go look at this. Shot
Tell
will.
you guys separately.
I don't think this one is concentration, is it? It is. Well, okay. You know what? It's actually no. This is not the one I was thinking of. What? What's the spell that lets you add a D4 to your roll? Is that?
Guidance. That's the one that I have.
Yeah. Isn't there's like a stronger version of that? Isn't there? What's it called? I thought there
They got
was.
guidance.
There definitely is.
I thought there was one that like is hold on. Let me just look real quick.
Please, I have to pee so bad.
Okay, so we'll say we're gonna. Okay, I think it's was it heroism? That's the spell.
Oh, I have that one as well.
Okay, so one of them will. So Shot does have like an apprentice who's one with you guy. And they basically just assist him with things. They don't actually really have much magic of their own. But heroism is a first level spell, and Shot will kind of aid them. They're basically going to channel their magics together. Because again, Shot is kind of like not a combat cleric. He can't really do a lot of stuff in combat, but he got to do some interesting things outside of combat. For instance, like basically casting heroism on you guys with the help of his apprentice here, even though he's also going to be focusing on the scrying thing. So he's going to be kind of helping you out with two things because his apprentice is aiding him, right? So I'm going to say that he's going to be able to do that too. You guys are going to get beyond every other thing else. You're going to get this buff. You're going to be immune to being frightened. And you're going to get, at the start of every turn, his modifier would be like, not much, it'd be like 3. You'll start every turn with 3 temp HP. Which is better than nothing. So.
Better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. So, that is how this is going to work. So, are we all set then?
We gotta rest first.
Yeah, you rest, and then the next morning.
Oh, we're gonna long rest. Yeah.
Yep. You're all good at long rest, and you don't get attacked. The next morning, though, or is this plan going to be launched?
I guess so.
Okay.
And then if you want to, Adau, if you want to start with your what was it? Commune.
What I will say is, Rakeel and his friend Fair, I think I don't remember what his name is.
I think it was Favor, yeah.
Yeah, Fayor. That's right. They're willing to come with you guys, the two of them. They won't be represented in whatever combat happens, but they will basically be helping, for instance, like hold the door if you need to hold a space, right? And they'll just be kind of abstracted in the combat as doing that.
That
Yeah,
reminds
sure.
me. What did Riley do with the gold stars?
Kept them. But yeah, you can,
He gets 3 of them.
with
He's on the red
teleport,
tail.
you can take 8 people plus
Yeah.
the person casting. So it's Helios doesn't count. So then you have 8 other people. That's Adau, Talvo, Bree, Rakeel, and Fayor. That's 5. Bumkus and Funkus. That's 7 and 8. They count. Wait, sorry,
Okay.
that's 7. 6 and 7.
Yeah.
You have one other person you could bring. You could bring Riley.
You being ready?
Riley is slightly weaker than you are, Helios. He's like a decently strong bard.
Yeah, you could bring him.
Yeah. Could bring.
Okay.
Can if you both do vicious mockery on somebody or unsettling
double
words
down?
or whatever, does it?
It
both
does.
count?
It does. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bring Riley.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna bring Riley, Rakiel, and Feyor as well.
And
then,
the castle thing is gonna stay back with shot.
yeah, exactly. So
So
yeah.
scary. I'm gonna be upset about it,
Mhm,
but
yeah.
we're gonna.
Yeah, no, it's good. So, okay, so the next morning comes, you guys sleep. It's one of those things where you're never gonna have a perfect plan, right? Like, there's always something that can go wrong. So, your characters are probably nervous, ready for the day though. As you wake up and get suited up, your soldiers all are suited up as well. You probably go out and talk to them in groups and get them all hyped up for the battle. To be fair, they're not going to be like charging in suicidally, right? They're going to be mostly up on the castle walls. And to be fair, you guys did a good number on the devil forces already. A lot of their flying capable, well, most of them have flight, but like a lot of their kind of grunts were already killed with that initial attack they did on you guys. They're gonna be a little more hesitant, especially because the ones that reported back would have told the other devils, like, hey, they had silver weapons, silver tips, stuff like that, right? Because you guys have been working on that. And so you would know that they're probably not going to be super willing to come attack you in an all-out assault. So it's probably going to be a bit of a back and forth, and the worm is going to help too. So you would all, I'm assuming basically right before the attack begins, you guys have any last-minute confirmation of what's going on. Helios would hop down to where the worm is. It's just been kind of milling around at night below. The whole area below the castle is completely fucked. The ground is completely turned up because the worm's just been milling about. And you can do your dance, do your performance check for the worm.
Oh boy.
Please don't fuck it up. Okay,
Yeah.
thank
You actually give really concise orders, like go over there, attack the fortifications, but don't basically you would tell them, like, don't get yourself killed, just hit and run, basically, is I'm assuming the play, right? And the worm immediately starts shooting off that direction, which means that the attack has now begun, and you have a couple minutes to get together. In the war room, the castle starts moving closer, and you hear the sounds of, like, you actually hear, as you guys are getting ready to cast your spells, you hear the sounds of fighting begin. There is apparently a wave of imps that's been sent out, and you hear screams of pain as a couple of your soldiers are getting stabbed by invisible imps. But then you hear the screams of imps dying as the silvered weapons are striking them down.
Boy.
So the battle has started. Then you hear the sounds of churning stone as the worm is crushing, like battlements are collapsing and stuff. So certainly they have their hands full. And you hear the devil, the fiend lady with her chain, or like chain whip and everything, like shouting out orders and stuff. You guys are in your room focused on a different thing though. Shot is finishing up his incantations now with his assistant. He holds out his hand like onto all you guys, blesses you with heroism, and then Helios, your eyes roll back into the back of your head. Once again, you see the room, and Zilks is actually a little distracted. He's in the room, but he's talking to a couple of, like, spine devils, like the ones you guys had fought before, the slightly larger ones, who are relaying, like, information to him from the battle. And so he's a little distracted. You guys might even get the jump on him if you're quick enough. So Helios, here's the moment of truth. I need you to... So you're going to cast Teleport.
Yes.
You're going to have a very good chance for it to work well. But you do have to make a roll.
While he does that.
Yep. Are you going to guidance him, I'm assuming?
I'm gonna wait. Do what you need to
Yes.
do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm going to guidance you, but I'm also going to make my weapon holy.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah.
Oh, do you want that as well?
The well, maybe one of those things. The guidance.
Powder?
The guidance technically is also concentration. But it'll fire. We'll say it fires.
Yeah, I just mean like after I.
Yeah.
Like, I could. Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. I'll just.
It's
wait.
fine. You'll be able to
Because
do
it's
that.
a bonus action. I can do it when I get there.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So Helios, what did you say? Sorry.
It's a D100.
Well, so first we need to see if you actually manage to even cast the spell.
Okay.
Because
what's that
again,
roll?
it is a spell. This is like you have 5th level magics, right? This is a 7th level magic you're trying to cast. You all of a sudden, and like the way spell scrolls work is that they store the magical energy when they're like made. All of a sudden, you feel magical energy surging into you, and you are able to. You're quickly like, oh shit, I gotta focus this the right way. Make me a charisma check. So just click charisma on the left side of your sheet. Not charisma save. Okay. Do you have your inspiration? Like your normal inspiration, not bardic inspiration.
I have normal inspiration, but I was going to save it for the teleport itself.
The thing is, even with a D4, that's not high enough. You need a 17.
To do what? To teleport?
To teleport. To make the scroll work.
Oh.
So if you want...
That sucks.
If you want to burn your inspiration, you could always re-roll, though.
Oh, this is absolutely worth an inspiration. This is what it's spent for. I think. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so for this second one, can we do the cheese again, where because I'm the one casting it and Scry is being used on... Wait, how would this... Because if I'm inspiring teleport, it's me doing it, so that won't work. Never mind. Okay.
I will say...
Oh.
You can potentially do... Yeah, no, for this one... You can use your normal inspiration and get a reroll. And then you also have a D4 from Duncan.
Come on.
I can roll the D4 real quick. I want to see 7.
Hey, it's not going to be good.
You should have just won the fucking Trackmania.
Here's what I'll say. I will allow for this once... Because again, this is more like you and Shot and his apprentice have basically formed, and Duncan as well, who's providing guidance, are basically like a mini circle, almost like a circle of druids or circle of mages right now, right? You're kind of pooling your magical resources. I will allow you to use bardic inspiration on your own spell here, on your own spellcasting ability check. So you can add a D10 to this. However. Please. There's a chance that there will be a wild magic surge as a result.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, wait. I gotta think if that's it. Okay, because you have the...
The gods don't want us to go through with this plan.
Oh, you're giving a sign. That's 3 shit rolls in a row.
Well, so it would take the higher. It would take the 12. So then it'd be 12 plus 3 is 15, which is 16. But you need a 17. Hold on. Is that right? Let me just double check.
Fuck, man, dude, that's a D10.
Let me just
roll a 1, a 2, and a 1 on your D10.
Because I like your guys' plan, I will allow someone else to sacrifice their inspiration and get a 3rd reroll.
I would like to... This isn't like rules as written, but I would like to try panache. Helios.
You can't panache
Riz him up a little bit. Like,
no,
yeah,
you can't.
Got this, buddy.
You can't do that.
That's the thinking behind burning my inspiration.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you have your inspiration then?
I haven't used it.
Okay, then I'll allow you to burn it as well. You basically slap him in the ass. You got it, buddy. So, all right, you can do one more charisma spell casting ability check.
Can we use my charisma modifier?
Okay, there you go. Oh, and then I'm real quick gonna do this. Oh, okay, no wild magic surge. You guys are lucky. A 1 would have been a surge. But
Dude,
so finally
I owe you a drink.
So Talvo manages to be like, you got this, buddy, and it kind of snaps. Helios was just like, the nerves are getting to Helios. But this snaps him out of it, and he's like, I can do this. And he finishes channeling the energy. Rakeel and Feyor and Riley are in here too. All of a sudden, the 8 of you, including the 2 rats, go zoop. And you are inside of this low-lit, awful smelling, smells like sulfur and brimstone, right? Room of the Archdevil. Potentially. I just realized we do.
Don't I have to?
Well, I think actually you are almost guaranteed to get there. So
Almost guaranteed, but I'm not. So I'm gonna play by the rules. Play by the rules.
let's roll a d100 to see if this happens.
By the rules, he says, after we just did that.
The highest chance is that you're gonna make it there, and then there's also a chance that even if you fail, you might just take damage and make it there. So roll the d100, Helios.
Low.
Yeah,
That's
you're
enough,
good.
right?
That's enough. It's a 75% chance of being good, so you're good. So
Okay,
yeah, so
someone
like I
else
said,
roll next time.
you guys go zoop, and you appear there in the room. And next time when we play, we'll see how this battle with Zilks the Archdevil goes.
Oh
Hard
boy.
as Fucking, I can't.
This should be interesting. That's for sure.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Oh, you want to know what the Colville Screw is, by the way? Now that you're committed.
And it was all a dream.
The infamous Colville Screw is when your players sneak successfully into the heart of a dungeon, and then the whole dungeon comes to them instead of them going to the dungeon. Anyways, so
That'd be the one, right? Mishap?
yeah, when the Colville Screw happens, you don't go to the dungeon goes to you. Anyways.
So funny. We have odds of it happening?
But no, that's gonna do it for us. Yeah, that's gonna do it for the stream, guys. Thanks to anyone who was watching. Next time we should have some interesting stuff going on.
George is gonna have some lore if he. I know he was excited. Earlier.
Yeah. But so that's gonna do it though. I'm gonna put us on our overlay and we're gonna head out of here. I got grading to do. So
gonna do some SciComm.
yeah.
Like, we're like a major solar storm right now. If you want to see the aurora.
Yeah, no, I know about that. I heard about that. So yeah.
Like,
Alright, well,
North Carolina-ish.
yeah, we'll see everyone later. Bye bye.
Adios.